Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? Hey, Invertebrates and Scaly Mates. Hey, Bart. Hey, Rob. And hey, PostPods.
Hey, mate.
Hey, Amy. Hey, Susan. Yeah, how are you all doing tonight? You all had a good day and a good weekend? Anyone wants to know who Invertebrates and Scaly Mates is? She's very intrigued. That's what she was messaging me about before we started. It's Connor. Okay, Connor. So yeah, there's a hey Chris. I was kind of put in earlier about me. My ear's hanging off, so that has been a bit late. Yes, I managed to rip an earring. Well, an earring out my ear today via the means of a car door, which I do not recommend. Hey Rebecca. No, it doesn't hurt at the moment. For them, a few days with cobras and beard is present. Hey, Mood. Oh, let's get into it. So, I'm on to the Monday night stream. Hey, David, and thanks for agreeing to come on and asking to come on. But for anyone watching that perhaps hasn't heard of you, doesn't know who PostPods is and stuff, do you want to give yourself a quick introduction?
Yeah, of course. Hi, Night Owl, and hi, Bart. And Mad Manx Exotics. Very busy chat. So looks like you've got a good turnout. Wow. So I breed and keep and sell icepods and post them. Instead name, I guess, PostPods. But I've had icepods now for about 3.5 years. Started selling them about a year and a half ago, though. But before that, I've always kept various different animals over the years since being a child. Still got quite a large collection now. Different things that I don't breed or anything like that. I just enjoy keeping. But yeah, I was kind of started this hobby from, I suppose, the side curtain of the stage, I guess. Just trying to learn a lot, understand a lot, and be honest, it's obviously the first time I've been on here with you, Phil. So thank you for this. But the community, I have to say, has honestly been amazing so far, and continues to be every day. I think regardless as to what background people come in, everyone's very, very accepting of one another. And I think one issue I have found, though, the only issue is I find that ever since I've started talking to the likes of you, Bart, Chris, and others more, the beard's grown like mad. Can never grow a beard. I'm 31, never grown a beard until I started talking to you guys. Now it just it's so yeah, must be something in there. I don't know, in that somewhere somehow. I'm not quite sure how, but yeah, the past few months since I've been talking to you guys more is it's gone mad.
It's all that beard is a must nowadays.
For me, for a while, it was like I always wanted to grow one, but I couldn't. And then I used to always stop when it got to like the itchy stage, and now I feel I'm past that, but I feel now it's like I'm at the, like, yours is very good and yours looks clean and smart. Mine's like quite wiry, so I'm in that kind of era at the moment of trying to understand what product to use to kind of bring it in and make you look like it should be there, not like you just can't be bothered shaving, which, to be fair, is part of it. But hey ho.
It's getting good beard shampoo and good beard oils and balms and stuff.
See, I think I'm too basic at the moment. I've got the like bulldog stuff. And I'll put it on during work when I remember, but I think this is it's a stereotypical thing that you get in like a Christmas hamper, isn't it? It's not.
Like some of the stuff in the supermarket, it's sometimes like okay at a pinch kind of thing. You find someone that's like a bit of a small independent seller, and my god, their stuff's amazing sometimes. When it gets sort of really mass produced, it just sometimes loses a lot of its. I mean, I spend far more money on my beard than I do on my hair.
Well, I've had to leave the hair because he says I'm aware I'm thinning and balding. That's why when you've probably seen me at shows, I've always had grade 1, and the barber, I think he might just. I don't know if it's a long-term like scam or not, but I'm all in. I'm invested in it. He's got a vision, and he reckons if you keep leaving it a few more cuts, it'll look great. So by your show, if it still looks bad, we know he's had me. But at £30 to £35 a session, like his price changes when he cuts my hair, which I don't really understand, but being too worried to ask really. But if all else fails, I might just take all the top off and just leave that instead. That's balding badly. Stress part.
I mean, yeah, I said I'm one of these ones that hope I don't go bald because obviously I have long hair. I like having long hair. But it's weird, like my hair, I use cheaper stuff going, and it seems to be absolutely golden. My beard, I spend loads on it. Not too much, probably. Easy, like if I'm buying products, I can easily splash 50 quid or so on beard products easily.
That what Night Owl said, there's so much truth in that. Like quite a few people who I work with have gone bald, and I think they overcompensate by putting so much time and effort into the beard care now. Yes, if you can only have it in one place.
Yes.
That's getting stressed by Amy by the sounds of it.
Well, other than growing beards and stuff, let's get into isopods. So why isopods? What got you first hooked onto the isopods?
So so in terms of like keeping animals, really, I suppose a bit of a weird story, but I'll tell you anyway. So my dad was like, I used to always have like the cuddly pets, well, not cuddly, but like goldfish, budgies stuff. And then one day my dad was like, look, you can get your next pet, but I get to choose it. And on purpose, he chose the stuff that I was really scared of. So it was a spider, snake, or a scorpion. And I was like, right, okay, I really want an animal, but I'm petrified of these. So I got the snake. Within a few months, I had 2. And then a few months after that, I had a few spiders. And his plan kind of backfired because I thought, that kind of taught me out of it. But since then, I've always had a really big passion for animals, and I've kept a variety of different ones. Often, I think, unfortunately or fortunately, because of how that was in the past, I've always kind of liked to get challenging animals. I don't know if that's to challenge myself or that inner thing in my head so many years later, like challenging him, I guess. But I've had a number of difficult things over the years. Most difficult thing I think I've got at the moment is an alligator snapping turtle called Bowser. But sorry, the reason is I had a Burmese python for a long time, and he got to about 10 foot or so. And with him, it was in it was like 7 or 8 by 3 by 3 Viv in the room, so it took up most of the living room. But anyway, Point is, he was such a big boy that when he was like, his shed was normally complete, but at times there was bits that weren't complete, and the tank often looked quite scruffy. And I tried my best to keep it clean, but when you've got a Viv defensive berm, and the only way to get it to clean the tank is to get him out, and he used to hate coming out. So it used to be an ordeal in itself. It was actually the missus that said, oh, I've got these little insects or inverts for the that I use for my chameleon. Why don't you get some for the berm? So did what most people do, started off with dairy cows. Didn't really think of it, but I'll be honest, I'm quite impatient. So after a few weeks, there wasn't much difference. So I added some more, and I was like, okay, just see how it goes. And then a few months later, as with anyone with dairy cows, you have far too many. And I was like, this is great. The tank's really clean, but now I've got these little things running about all over. And I wonder, can you get different colors, different patterns? And went down a rabbit hole as to looking into all of those. But what was quite interesting or quite funny is I was buying dubia roaches off of Exotic Empire, Tom Marsh, you'll know. And I came across his website for the isopods, and I texted him. I was like, I've come across your website, I've seen these. So the next time I get some dubias, can I get some isopods? And then, yeah, Tom was really kind. He took me under his wing. Still, probably not a week or two goes by that I'm texting him some random question. But yeah, that's where it all started. I quickly managed to get, probably had a dozen 32-litre rubs, and got a few different types of isopods, and I just hoarded them. Honestly, I didn't want to swap them, didn't want to sell them, didn't want to do anything. I just grew the tubs, and then before you knew it, before I knew it, I had certain tubs where you were having to split them. I was like, this is amazing, but I don't really want to have more than one tub of the same thing. Especially as obviously 32-litre tub. So instead of splitting them after then, I started trying to sell them or swap them with other people. And I think, I have to be a lot more careful than I used to be. A lot of people in the chat are probably the same, but when it first started, I was just like, this is great. Just buy more, buy more, buy more. All you need is more tubs, more dirt, easy. But now I'm at a difficult point where I've got, I think, just over 60 types, and I really don't have much more space. It's getting to that point where, I'm even thinking, do I swap this type for this type? Or do I just get more space? But I think the thing is with inverts, whether it's isopods or different things, it seems like it's like a hobby that doesn't exist in this dimension, because even if you have no space, if you have no money, you have no tubs, if you see something you want, you will get it.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's always, just one more. I think there's a business that I've seen selling inverts called Just One More, and I think that's like the best.
That would be Bart in the chat. That's Bart.
That's embarrassing. Sorry, Bart. That's embarrassing. I never put Bart and that together for some reason, but I see it all the time, and I'm just like, yeah, that is the perfect way to sum that up. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Sorry, fuck's sake, Bart. Sorry. But yeah, honestly, I think this hobby is kind of, regardless as to someone's background, what someone's interest, whatever. I'm very much not angry. It's it's so accepting, it's so comforting, and I mean, we're all in quite a few chats, WhatsApp groups, and we see that's kind of a really nice sounding board. But more than anything, I just like being part of the community, and I think it's amazing how quickly you can adapt to certain things. Like, I'd never done a podcast until I think it was about 2-3 months ago. Went on with Phil. Went on with Scott, and now I've done. I think this is the third or fourth I've done. I've never done a show up until midpoint last year, and I've done quite a lot this year. And I'm at yours this year, which I want to actually ask you some questions about later on. But it's so quick how you can get into this and build that kind of safe space, that safe network. And I think that's one of the things that keeps me here and keeps me enjoying it more than anything. And whenever you get those messages for random bits of advice, or just people are having like a hard day, I think everyone's always so keen to help everyone. It's just such a nice hobby to be in for that kind of a thing. It's honestly truly amazing. It's but yeah, that's a very long-winded story as to how that happened, I guess.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. It's having yeah, I mean, a lot of people start with things like the dairy cows and stuff, like as a gateway in, and then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh my god, I've got hundreds of these things. What do I do now?" And stuff. Like they're amazing things. I love dairy cows, sort of thing. I always have dairy cows, but they are that one where they just end up everywhere, and you just got them. So
it's amazing, and having like the dairy cows and stuff compared to like when I got my first rare species, which I actually got amber duckies and lemon blues at the same time. And for the longest time, I was checking them every day, counting them, still the same amount. They're not breeding, they're not doing anything. What is going on? And then we got to the end of like I'd had them for like it got to the end of the year and I'd had them for probably 6 months or so, and I was like, they're just not breeding. Right, I kind of give up on them, but not give up, but not checking them every day. Start checking them once or twice a week, and that's where they really started to explode.
Yep.
And dairy cows and stuff are obviously so much easier because they don't care. They don't care. They'll carry on running about, eating, mating, everything from whilst you're in there messing about with them. Whereas you're looking about with the other stuff, and they're so much more shy. It's like there's been several points where I've had to stop having like rubber duckies available, not because I don't have them, but just because I feel if you mess about with like the rubber duckies, for example, more than once a day for 2 or 3 days, like even if you're just taking a 5 count out for somebody, they don't keep hiding under the same places. They do seem to get quite worried and not move about. And I think that's the thing that puts most people off keeping the more expensive stuff, because they perceive it as being harder to keep, when in actual fact it's just because they are checking on them a lot more often, and they are disturbing them and causing issue with that as well.
I think they're like, oh, these are difficult and they're expensive, therefore I need to check on it. And everyone has that mentality, I need to keep checking it. And we sometimes have to remind us. I have to remind myself all the time with certain ones, set them up and leave them. Just kind of thing, forget about them.
This is more
that kind of thing and stuff. Whether it be, I suppose, where millipedes and stuff, certain things, also things like that. So leave it. Don't check on them. Just leave them. They'll be all right, as long as you got the parameters right and you set up right and stuff. They'll probably do absolutely fantastically. But it was when I first got rubber duckies, I was constantly checking on them, and I had to remind myself, what am I doing? I need to stop checking on them. I need to stop this. Leave them to it, kind of thing. But I was like, my first, sort of high end one, which I never thought I'd ever get and stuff. And then, like, even just bringing them home, I was like, oh my god, what if they just drop down dead on the journey home and stuff, things. And that, again, I don't sell them all that often, and I don't check them all that often. And it's purely because the numbers build and build, and I've actually got one main colony and a second smaller colony of the duckies.
Yeah, it's like as you start to leave them and give them that space, and I think even like letting people even letting the tubs dry out a bit more, like that's something in the early stage that was so paranoid and anxious about.
Yeah.
But some species just need it anyway. Like my magic potions, like I've got them to a certain level of dryness now. And yes, Bart, I know I need to send you that video. I'll send you a video straight after this. But I was talking to Bart the other day about it, where I got it. I'd actually got the tub more dry than I am comfortable with, but they're breeding really, really good now. So I think something that's so easy to forget with them, regardless as to the price that you pay for the pods, is the fact that no matter how expensive they all come from the wild and they all literally live on crap waste. So we putting them into this perfect environment, a lot of the time it probably stresses them the other way, giving them almost too perfect of an environment as such. I think the one thing that I do, which a lot of people don't do, no issues with not doing it. I don't do this with all of them, but just 2 of the racks out of 3 have got heat cable. Again, doesn't stop anyone with the ones that are not on heat. They breed fine? They do fine. I've got a few different species not on heat, but the only reason that they're not all on heat is because of space. So the stuff that I'm trying to breed a little bit more, or the ones that I guess are a bit newer to me, or that the numbers are a bit lower, I generally keep them on heat just to kind of get them going a little bit quicker. I do find that helps a little bit. But yeah, like you said, leave them for a few days, and you'll normally find you come back and someone's dropped some nice little surprise for you. Really.
So, what sort of temperature are you going for with the heat cable then?
So, if I'm honest with you, it does vary, and I do let it vary. So I just keep them at room temperature with the cable as well. I was having this conversation with Sai from the bug room the other day. The heat cable only keeps them about 2 degrees warmer than the ambient air temperature. So it's anywhere between like 22 and like 25 for the most point. Sometimes
Yeah.
lower, sometimes obviously a little bit lower, but invert mad. I'll be honest with you, I used to, and this is I'm not advising this at all. And this isn't good husbandry, but I used to keep them on heat. When I got my first one, I did keep it on a thermostat in the same room. And then I got my second one and I kept that on a thermostat. But then I noticed that they were almost constantly on anyway. And then when one of the thermostats went, I didn't replace it. And the temperatures, I think they are on pretty much all the time, because it is just one line of cable. So I don't actually do anything to, I suppose, keep it regulated, because the tubs are so big, but there's only one line of cable and it runs underneath the rack. I'll show you later with the camera, but because of how I have them that way, there's never any problem with that. And because the cable's not very high wattage anyway, there isn't really any risk to it. I think the only issue I have is sorry, it's just consistent temperature. It's not so much consistent temperature. It's more so they always have a gradient for me. I find that just a little bit better, and I think that's something that I do like to learn on as well, because you sometimes see that a pod will, when other people are keeping them, they normally say, "Oh, they do better at a certain temperature," and you might see that when they're in a tub with a gradient, they might more go towards the warm end or go towards the cool end. So for them, for example, asking about the expansus I've got usually stay at the front of the tub, so they like to be cooler. Whereas other people I know that keep them say they generally do better when it's warmer. So little things like that. It's just for me experimenting, just trying to see what works best, and what helps them thrive, really. Because I think the easiest way to see how an animal's doing, especially with the ice pods, is how well they're breeding.
Yeah.
And that for me does work well and to a good standard with that. And it's just normal heat cable. It comes in like 10-meter lengths. I've got 2 of them now, and I'm going to get a third one for the other rack. But like I say, even at normal room temperature, there's no issues or anything. I do just find it makes the isopods eat a bit more and breed a bit more when they are on heat. And I have tested that by moving a tub from the rack with the heating to the unheated rack and kind of monitor them for like a few months. And I've got some species where I've got 2 tubs of a similar colony count. And what I like to do with them is like try different foods or try different like supplements and environments and see after so many months which one's doing better.
Yep.
Obviously, it's not an exact science. I don't put them in, they're not exactly the same size. Some might be might be pregnant before you put them in, but I like to experiment and mess about with things like that, because I think one of the great things I love about this hobby as well is it's not a one size fits all. So
no, absolutely isn't.
You ask 10 people, you get 10 different opinions. So
yeah, and each one will be correct for them, for that person and stuff. And that's things like what you do in your house and also can be very different to what I do in mine. But we've got very different temperatures. Even just within the UK, my environmental parameters in my flat are going to be different to your environmental parameters, and what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. Which can make it difficult for some people because there's sometimes not really a textbook answer to everything and stuff. And there's, like I said, a lot of experimentation with a lot of things. So in terms of, even like just like, oh, how often should I miss something or hydrate the substrate or something? It's like, well, that depends on how room your room is and stuff.
Yeah,
So what type of enclosure you're using.
So much, yeah.
Even whereabouts on what level of shelf it's on, that can change.
Yes.
Sort of thing and stuff. Like my room, I've got isopods all over my room. There's various other things, and I can move one colony to one side of the other, to just the other side of the room, and I'll have to change the husbandry slightly because of it'll be a slightly different temperature or slightly different airflow over there. So it's it's certainly not a one size fits all type thing.
No.
So, we have a question actually from Lisa saying, how long does it take for isopod eggs to hatch? Now that can very much depend on the species. So that's not
Sorry, Phil, go on. Carry on, mate.
I was just saying it's not a super easy one to answer because very much depends on some are super quick. Or it seems like some just breed overnight. And then some do just take that a bit longer, especially if they're seasonal breeders. So like you can get things like dairy cows, Labour's dairy cow, and you can be breeding within a week. And then some it might take you 6 months to a year before you see any babies. When you start going into like the Hoffs and the Magnificus and stuff, that are seasonal breeders.
It's just, I think the Hoffs, not to derail the subject too much, but I honestly think it's amazing just seeing how much they do grow over their life. When you get a normal Hoffman Segi, even, and you're seeing that from when they hatch, it's almost like a fancy kind of looking dairy cow to like a massive Hoff, and like, wow, it's honestly amazing just how quickly they grow as well, given obviously the right environment.
Which questions, Amy? It's just a case of clicking them and then they'll come up on screen. There's a particular question, Amy, that you want pinned. Okay, so current spoilers fire room usually sits around 24-25. Occasionally gets warmer. And will that be okay for the pods?
Sorry, go on, Phil.
I was going to say, that should be fine because some of mine are nearer 30 degrees. if they're near some of my scorpions.
And I've probably had the same as well. In terms of my room, there's I do have the aircon on at night down to 18, but other than that, that's about it really. But obviously in the summer when it's getting really hot up to 30 or whatever, like I don't do anything during the day and they're all always fine, and I actually leave the cable on still. The only thing I do notice, and something to be maybe a little bit more mindful if your temperatures are warmer, is the substrate is going to just dry out a little bit quicker than other people's. So just, I think if you are keeping them warmer, then people that just for the first few weeks at least, just maybe monitor them a little bit more every 2 or 3 days rather than every 4 or 5 days, just until you get to that point where you know your room, the environment, and then you're fine. I do the same as well, actually. Scaly mates. I have a air filter on as well in my room, just on the floor as well, and I do find that does help things keep going. I saw Invert Mad asked about different cleanup crew as well. Like, I think it just depends on what your application is. Like, I know Amy said that she doesn't use Porcelio as much because they are quite protein hungry. But I do find personally that the Porcelios, especially like the powders, do better than a lot of other species in like the arid environments, just because they are a lot quicker. They're very, very hardy as well. So I do find when people keep bearded dragons, for example, the Porcelios usually do a bit better in those environments than things like dairy cows do. But yeah, it just depends on the application, I suppose, what you are cleaning and what the bio load is like as well, to be honest with you.
That's it, and certain things will never be bioactive. Kind of thing. Like, you get one tub of ice pods is not going to clear up a massive monitor poo or a massive retic poo or something. Kind of thing. It's going to take so long. So, I mean, sometimes my issue with the whole where people do like the kits or whatever, bioactive kits, is that it's often dairy cows in it because they're cheap.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. And it's often like, oh yeah, no, and they're just fine for everything. And it's like, well, actually no, because if you put those in with something that's going to molt, like a tarantula's going to molt or a scorpion that's going to molt, and you're not feeding them the protein, well, they're going to go for that protein kick straight away.
Yes.
That's the thing. I've seen it. I've even seen someone a few years ago when I first started keeping ice pods. Trying to think when I first got my first ones. But someone was showing me literally they took photos because they knew people wouldn't believe them of dairy cows having climbed a branch to eat their crested gecko. Kind of thing. And I was like, whoa, that's insane. But they had so many in there, and none had told them that they were protein hungry, so they weren't feeding them extra protein and stuff. So they're just like, right, we want protein now and stuff. And I was like, whoa, that's something to be aware of, sort of thing. But things like Poseionides, yeah, they're in most of my tanks to just get everywhere anyway. Those and dwarf whites can get everywhere.
No, I've had one issue with dwarf whites, and it was the other day. I haven't kept dwarf whites for a long time. To be honest, I've left them up on the website. They're not available, but I use the website like a little Pokedex. So whenever I get like something new, I'll always put it on, but usually not put it for sale, just so I could know that I've got it. It's also so much easier for a reference. If I see something pop up, I like to see if I've got anything similar. I can just search the website rather than having to look through the tubs and stuff. But so considering I've not had dwarf whites for a very, very, very long time, probably more than a year or something, that I actually found some the day in my granulatum tub, and I was so annoyed. I was like, well, I don't know where you've come from, and I don't want you in here. But then I had it was a 74-litre tub. I ended up having to go through it all and pick it out, and it took hours. And I was just like, why? Why? Of all the things to invade tubs, why can't it be lemon blues? Like, it'd be so much better.
Oh my god, that'd be so nice. Just find random lemon blues and random tubs.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I've had that with amber duckies. My amber
Why
duckies
is
have
there
got
1,000
random
in the
tubs.
tub? Oh, I'm so angry. Isodex. That is where it's at. That is where it's at.
We're going to start getting a rice indexes out now.
Yes.
Gonna start this up.
So, one thing I did want to ask about kind of the show, if you don't mind, actually, just whilst I remember, in terms of kind of the setup and everything, do you need any help like the night before or anything? 'Cause I'm gonna come down, I think, the night before, so I'll be more than happy to help out.
So when I was asking to someone what either yesterday or day before, whatever, this year we don't have access the night before the show, although they're getting access to the back room of it during the day. To at least put the vivs in for the reptile display part of things, and then they said they're going to lock the doors on that room so that I think there's a youth club or something in that venue that literally like leave them before, which is why we can't have any access the night before.
Okay.
But again, like lock the doors to that room so that the youth club don't have access to that room. So they can't mess with anything, sort of thing. So pour like our dry stuff in there. So yeah, in terms of like setting up, I think we've got access. We're gonna have access from 7 in the morning. As just sort of me, parents, well, Amy, as I'm just getting there, make sure the tables are set up right, sort of thing, and in the right places and stuff. Which hopefully the caretaker will have put them all up for us anyway, because they did last year, sort of thing. But make sure there's enough tables for everyone as well.
Let's get in there early then, mate. First come, first served.
Not.
I'm usually late.
They're a bit annoyed with the venue because the venue promised them that they were going to be buying new tables, like to help us out and stuff, and stuff. But they haven't bought any new tables. They fixed ones that were broken. So they're going to have to use some of their own tables for it because they're like, you've had a year to get this sorted. And so to get tables in, you promised us that you would, but it'll all be good. Can't remember what they said. What time trailer access will be from. I can't remember. It was either 8 or 8:30, I think, for trailer access. Because I mean, we just need to obviously get there, make sure everything's right first, and also just decorate the place up as well, because that's what we've done last year. Is literally decorate it all with Halloween decorations.
Oh, nice.
So, to that's all do so. What's happening? Yeah, hopefully we get more people than last year. Should do more people are talking about it. We've already got people wanting the booking for next year for tables, so like, it says something.
Yeah.
So, and then we're thinking about having a few little talks through during the day, a bit like Invest UK do.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, because the way the hall is, it's and so is that it's like a main hall bit and then a stage as well. We have people on the stage, but the stage is very much within sort of one big room, so people can see it all and stuff. And actually, what we found last year is that people, probably when they came in, most of them went onto the stage first, done the traders on the stage, and then came down into sort of the main bit. And something that kind of flows, but there was like a little bit onto the side, it's like a little bar area type thing. that was a bit sort of only like, oh, we could put a few little talks in there.
You learn more, don't you? I suppose every year, and you can constantly adapt.
Yeah, that's it. If, adding
yeah,
this and add little things here or taking little things away here, there, and so. I mean, literally for already contemplating for next year whether to do the display aspect or not, and if we whether to have traders in that room as well, kind of thing, because the fact that there's more people asking to come, or do we try and find a bigger venue? But we don't want to go too big. We want to keep it actually a bit of a smaller show.
I've got yeah, obviously different people have different kind of plans, I guess, don't they, with the show? I mean, I've not planned anything yet for this. I've not looked at accommodation, not looked at traveling. I've looked at costume though, so I'm looking at the importance.
Oh, that's the important thing because there is competitions for traders as well.
Oh yes,
there's competitions. We're doing best kids fancy dress, best adults fancy dress, and then best sort of trader fancy dress / table, stand sort of dress kind of thing. So dress up your tables. Sort of thing. So, and the traders one is going to be independently judged. I'm not involved in the judging, nor are my parents.
no, it'll be.
Although I've said that I'm not allowed to win. Because that would be a bit cheeky.
Makes the day a bit cheaper if you're giving out the prize, mate, to be fair. Do you guys do a raffle as well?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so have a raffle, charity raffle. So all money from the raffle all goes to the National Centre for Reptile Welfare.
So I'll tell you now then. I'll let you pick. Do we want to give some pink pandas on the raffle, or should we give a mystery box?
Oh God. Oh.
I mean, the mystery box could have the pandas in, but it may not.
Yeah.
So I'll let you pick. All the guys in the comments can, but
let's let the comment.
We'll donate one of the two.
I mean, I'm a sucker for a mystery box, but also pink pandas. Oh. That'd be a hell of a prize. Amy straight.
It's like, what?
Pink pandas. There'll be a fight over those. So,
the only issue I've had with them so far is it's not a bad issue, but I've not had any full pinks yet. Whereas with the normal pandas, I have had like full black ones. With the red ones, I've had the fully red ones, but I've not had that with the pinkish yet. Yeah, so that's I'll just keep hoarding them, and eventually it will happen. Eventually it will happen. But yeah, it's I'll show you the rack shortly. It's a mess. It's kind of an ordered mess. Like I've got 3 racks from Costco that I keep on at the moment, and I know where stuff is. If you came, you'd have no idea because I've kind of written it, kind of not, but I know where everything is. If you picked up a tub, I'd be like, I know what's in your hand. But like you said before, I have moved a few bits about. So recently, I've put the rubber duckies on the bottom to see if having a little bit less light helps, because most of the tubs are all in the like the WAM crystals. Get them from the range. Some of them are in some of the older tubs. They look exactly the same, but the top is translucent, and no, they're not actually. They're opaque. Never mind. But yeah, yeah, Amy, I've got Expansus. Yeah, I've only got one type. I've got the ones with like the orange skirt. Yeah, I could show you those as well, and whatever else everyone wants in a bit. What I think would be good, if this is all right with you, Phil, we'll do like a few more questions, and then I'll join on my phone, and anything that people want to see, I'll just go through the tubs one by one. But
Yeah,
I'm not
absolutely.
very good with it in the sense that once I'm on my phone, I'm not good at checking both things, or I'll knock my phone off. So yeah, if I do it all at once, it gives me less room for error. But Amy as well, I think, said that I've asked about the cannonballs. Yeah, the cannonballs are they're a bit of a they're a different speed. They're very different iPod. Like they are really big. They are very different in terms of what they look like, but they're not the most active, as people know if you do keep the cannonballs. They don't eat a lot. They're like the Snorlax of Pokemon, of iPods even, in the sense that they're really big but don't really do much. And because you never really see them eating or doing anything, you're like, how do you get so big? The tub that I've got is it's a 17-litre tub, and they eat less than most of my other pods. But then again, the cannonballs do famously live more on dirt than they do extra foods. So I do generally keep topping them up and change the soil over a little bit more than some of the other pods. But
yeah, I do in mine. Like, yeah, very rarely do they seem to go for anything else. But every so often, I'm like, oh, the substrate needs changing. This is more frass than soil now. Hang on,
yes,
sort of thing.
yes.
What's happened here? Kind of thing and stuff. I was like, oh, so you're definitely eating something then? Yeah, but I mean, they'd try it before, so makes sense.
It's amazing, isn't it? Really, the fact that as like you always presume like the biggest would be the biggest eaters, but yeah, it is interesting. But again, it adds to that layer of complexity, adds to that level of enjoyment as to what you see and what you get, and it's been quite interesting once or twice when people have bought white sharks and not known how big they are, and then they send you a message, you'll be like, is
I
there any
remember
ice
that.
spots in this tub? Or why have you sent me all babies? I'm like, they're fully grown. They're just
Yeah,
very, very small.
yeah,
But sorry,
yeah.
mate, go
My
on.
mum done that when she first got white sharks, and I was like, literally, like, you could just gone for me, but they are tiny. And then when she goes, she's like, oh my god, this is so small. I was like, yep, that's how big they get.
Yep, that's
Little
it.
fish are like, oh, I thought they're going to be bigger. They look so nice on the photos. It's like, yeah, they are really nice looking. They just don't get very
Depends
big.
how good you are at taking the photo, doesn't it? Just
Yeah.
how big you can make it look. Um, but yeah, I think honestly, um, favorite pods might be surprising. A lot of people probably would go for the more expensive ones, but I'm torn at the moment between granulatum orange and the jumbo giant gastroids. The jumbo giants are about 20% ish bigger than the normal ones, but they seem to be more like, sorry, I'm doing the flicky thing with my hand. I'm trying to think of the word. It's like more of a neon green than the other gastroids. So I do, yeah, I do really like those two. But I think if I had to pick like a more expensive pod or let's say higher end pod, it'd probably be the Amber Firefly, just because they're a bit different. And again, it's that little neon bit on them. But I mean, what would you say, Phil? Are your that's because I've picked three. I guess what are your three kind of go tos?
Oh, my three kind of goes to. I mean, oh, it's so difficult. Yeah, the ones that I would say, well, for maculatum are up there. I'm going to do maculatum because that was pretty much my first species I ever got. So way back when, and they're just a nice, real nice sunny species. Yeah. Um. So as much as everyone says, I mean, the rubber duckies are up there because I never thought I'd ever get the rubber duckies, and then I did. Sort of thing, and I've done well with the rubber duckies. So I know, yeah, a lot of people say them, but I think, yeah, because they were, I never thought I would get them. I think getting them was like, oh, nice. But then, yeah, other ones, I mean, trying to think about everything I've got, because I really do like the Kabaras, and I've got quite a few Kabaras now. I think if I could only, well, probably. I think I've got probably maybe the Kabaras Marina Mandarin. Just how bright orange they are.
Yeah, the marinas honestly are very, very underrated. I think,
Yeah.
especially as well, like when you get a decent sized group of them. Because as with most pods, when you've only got a few, seem to be more confident in numbers. So once you build them up a little bit, they do seem to not be as skittish and running about when you flick over the bark or something like that. So yeah, I think even the standard marinas are really nice, like the little bit of a sheen you get on them. But yeah, the ones that you can get as well. I think that's a really good shout from yourself, mate. To be honest with you,
Because I was like, every marina I've got, they're such a nice species. Anyone looking at the get Kabaras, definitely, I always recommend a marina, because like they're quite a nice, easy one. Like, they breed quickly, especially for Kabaras. They breed quickly, and they're bright. You see them. So I've got what ones I've got. Got a papayas. I've got Mandarin, and I've got Glacier. Oh, and I've got an enemy as well now as well.
Oh wow, okay. I've not got those. Not got the mandarins actually either. I've got the papaya and glacier and the normal ones.
This sort of thing. There's just such nice little. Yeah, they don't get big, but there's such nice one. But it's always different, because I think I'm up to. I'm nearing 100 colonies.
Wow. Oh wow.
Which is insane.
That's
I mean, like some days, I've got like 3 colonies of panda kings. So
yeah.
so it's not 100 like types. It's not 100 types. It's like it's about 100 different colonies, because I've got like 3 colonies of panda kings, and then I've got like 2, main one and a small colony of rubber duckies, sort of thing. So I've got 2 of those sort of thing.
I've got I think the next thing I want, I can't remember the name, but Bug Room and Nicole had them on the WhatsApp recently. They're huge. There was get the name, begins with an S. That is like the next pod that I'd really, really like. 1 sec. I'll have to sign the pitch. Stenia.
It just says that the giant type expanses.
Yeah.
Because I saw someone recently put up a type of expand. It was like a subspecies of expanses that's like bigger than other expanses. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, might have been Sai. I think he got some in the last week or so. And they don't look real. Huge. They make the expanses that I've got on the Hoffman Seggies look normal. Ridiculous. But yeah, those I think that'll be the next thing. It's just again, space. I feel more comfortable stacking 11 and 17 litre tubs than I do the 32s. So maybe get more shelving before I do that. What's have you got anything that's you've kind of struggled to keep?
The only thing that I really didn't do well with was lemon blues. And I don't know if that was just the ones I've initially got. They were, for lemon blues, dirt cheap.
Right.
When I got them. And basically wasn't able to, at the time, find any others or any more afford any others to put in different, different genetics in. They bred, and then they just declined on me, which is going. I mean, when I say I got on dirt cheap for lemon blues, I got it was at one of the back when the reptile shows were at Doncaster, and I found them on a random table, and he had them 10 lemon blues for 100 quid.
Oh wow!
And I was like, "What? Is that serious?" Like,
I'll take them
that's
all.
cheap. That's cheap. What? And then there was like, and there were mixed sizes. There was adults. There was young, and I was like,
Oh wow!
"Is this right?" You know, and he was like, "Yeah, I know it's expensive." I was like, "No, I'm not saying it's expensive. This is like, like
I was like, I'm just making sure you're happy for me to give you £100 and you'll give me this tub.
yeah, exactly." Because I was like, "That's insane for what they are. That's insanely cheap." Thing. He was like, "Yeah, yeah." Just like, "Right, I'm having those." That sort of thing. Um, yeah, they're the one that really. And again, it might have been that I was just checking on them too much, and that because I had them set up the same way as next to my rubber duckies
Yeah.
sort of thing. So, so the other one actually I didn't do too well with was cappuccinos.
Oh, okay.
And then I spoke to, because I got them off Adam Micro Exotics. When I spoke to him about it, I was like, because I was like, that perfectly helped when he sent them to me, so it wasn't him and stuff. And he said he had a similar thing that of some of his cappuccinos essentially crashed, and he was suggesting that perhaps they want it a bit drier than other Cabaras and stuff. Which is like, okay, yeah, I was keeping them sort of high humidity like most like Cabaras. Maybe and again, it goes to the actually, yeah, they're not all exactly the same as each other and don't want the same things necessarily.
Yeah, I've had the same with the cappuccinos as well, actually. Um, and then through messing about with them quite a lot, and the Jupiters actually, they both do seem to favour the very dry side of the tub. Again, still always that again in your head as you've kind of just said. Then the Kubaris, so most of the Kubaris I have like it quite humid, so I'm scared to like let it all dry out. So in those tubs, I do have more moss, and I do generally put the wet side where the heat cable is. But yeah, if you're ever wanting to find numbers in those tubs, always go to the dry end, and that's where you seem to find them. But yeah, I had that with the cappuccinos and also the magic potions. Again, the exact same issue, just having that confidence to leave them a little bit longer, to let
Yeah,
the soil dry out, and even like clowns, they sometimes like people say like the clowns are not growing too much, and again, that's if you're keeping them too wet. It's weird. They almost go like a bit dormant, like they're just
yeah, they're kind of
conserving.
stop.
Yeah, they're not growing or anything, but like you're not dying, you're not breathing,
Yeah,
you're growing. But again, that I'm not suggesting everybody just stops hydrating all the pods tonight, and I do not want you to do that. But yes, I think it's just learning and trusting the process a little bit more, a lot with stuff. Whereas my um, red panda kings, for whatever reason, I cannot keep them hydrated enough. They seem to just sap all of all of the moisture out of the tub every time. But they maybe do need splitting, which I'll show you. But
that's it. And then as well, I think for me too, for something like as much as I've got things in like some icons are in bra plus tubs and they work well, but things will either dry out really quickly in there, or you can over moisten it too easily sometimes. And if you give me in the tub that's that bit deeper, they can put deeper substrate in. It's far easier, sort of thing.
that's it. I don't. I have two things in bra plus at the moment, just looking over, and that's because I need to order more vents from Tom. But the the only reason I don't like and I don't want to keep them in bra plastics, nothing to do with the size or anything. It's just because, exactly like you say, with a bigger tub, it's so much easier to manage the climate of them, manage the humidity and stuff's just so much easier. But yeah, Amy, I saw. Sorry, I no, I breed leopard geckos as well. I've got about 50 of those. Um, Variety of different morphs and stuff with them. Um, didn't actually breed them last year. just kind of left them, gave them a year off. But I only breed the geckos, well, the leopard geckos and the ice pods, but also got a few Balfouri. Yeah, 56. Sorry, 46. I just sometimes round it up in my head. I suppose
That's
it
my
doesn't
name
make
is
much
mine.
difference. But yeah, then I've got the alligator snapping turtle with a lot of shrimp as well. 2 tortoises, which are redfoots,
Nice.
royal, 2 cats, a dog, and a child as well. The child's actually easier to look after than a lot of the other things I keep, to be honest with you. But she really loves all of the animals, and she's the turtle's the reason we got the tortoises, because I got it and she was so intrigued. She was like, "Can I hold it?" I was like, "No, you can't hold a snapping turtle." No. Why not? I was like, "It'll take your finger off." And she was like, "Okay, can I have a tortoise then?" I was like, "Yes, you can." And then she got a tortoise, named it Kurtle the Turtle, because she knows it annoys me when I see people call turtles tortoises, turtles. And I knew it'd annoy you. I was like, yes, it did. To be honest with you, you out of all of the different types of leopard geckos, you'd probably pick. I don't think you'd pick the favorite out if you tried anyway. So of all the ones to steal, I think you'd be pretty safe. I mean, I've got like my favorite is actually a tangerine. It's just a really nice girl that managed to get off somebody that just didn't want her anymore, but just pines for attention so much. Well, I've got got some quite high end leopard geckos as well. I've got some black knights,
Nice.
a few other things as well. But yeah, the geckos' roots, I think, back a bit further. Like I've always had leopard geckos since being 14, 15. Not quite to this scale, but that's the issue, I guess, when you get more space and you're you don't have a limit, I suppose, and your partner just says buy whatever. Although we look after the leopard geckos together. Yeah, I think the one limit I have at the moment is just space. If I had all the space, I saw Crystal Palace Reptiles have a black monitor lizard at the moment, which is like £2,000.
Why, Black Dragon.
Have you seen it?
Someone not far from me, Ely Exotics, who'll be at our show, they've just got a Black Dragon in as well, or at least one, and stuff. And it's like, I was only being neighbour only the other day, and then they got all these cool animals in after we left. So it's like, damn it. So they got like Flying River Turtles in, they got Black Dragon in,
Wow.
all sorts of stuff, and I'm like, damn. So
it's just
quick on the leopard gecko. Is it just the one species of leopard gecko, but just the more of those leopard geckos, or do you have some of the other species that aren't as common?
Just yeah, don't have the different like locales and things like that. No, just different color and pattern morphs.
A few years ago, someone, I think it was Cambridge geckos, was trying to get some of the other species established in the UK, and then just he had like things like hardwickie and stuff, and all these various ones. So it's leopard geckos that get like twice the size of your regular leopard gecko.
I had so Phil's from Cambridge is the person I actually got all of the Black Knights I've got.
Oh, yeah. He's only up the road from me. I'm pretty sure it's
probably safer for my pocket because I only get to see him at shows. And then I did get some of the colossal morph off of I want to say DC, but I might be wrong. I want to say it's DC geckos, but I might be wrong. I'll have to check the cards and stuff I've got. But yeah, this hobby, like you said about all the different things, it's amazing, isn't it? That there can be one type of something for such a long time, and then overnight, boom, all these different types, locales, morphs. It's like I might be behind the curve, but for so many years, up until probably about 2 or 3 years ago, I didn't know. I didn't think you could get a different morph of Tokay Gecko, and the Tokay Geckos were all like £30 or something. And then now the hundreds, and there's all these different types of morphs, and they all seem to hate people exactly the same, but they're amazing to look at. Amazing. But I think if and when I do have enough space, the ultimate dream pet would be a caiman. I know it's funny, isn't it, in this hobby? Like, you get to know a lot of people, and it's actually quite easy to find a caiman for sale. The hard part is being allowed to keep it. That's the difference.
And stuff, and yep.
If you don't mind me asking, do you guys at the zoo get many animals like given to you, or do you take them in from like the RSPCA from that kind of an incident where people shouldn't have certain things? And
it happens. It happens. You know, we have to go through certain processes of like, right, obviously, can we house this animal? Can we quarantine this animal? So depending on where it's come from and stuff. So most of the time we end up, if it's reptile, we end up sending people to National Centre of Reptile Welfare, unless it's a tortoise, in which case my mum often takes it. if it's a tortoise. But it does happen. I think unfortunately most zoos in the UK probably get at least one email or phone call at least a week asking, can you rehome this, or can you take this on and stuff. We just we need more actual good rehoming centres around the UK and stuff, and even just more presence from them, because people don't know where they can. And then some people like, oh, I don't want to be in someone's pet, I wanted to go to a zoo. It's like, well, that's not necessarily even up to us, kind of thing. We can make it in, because it's got to fit in with what, obviously, we've got to make sure we can give it the right environment, but also right, why are we taking it in? We're not here just to take in people's pets, sort of thing. If it's a reptile, we need to be able to quarantine it for 6 months minimum, sort of thing. So are we willing to?
Goes into it. A lot goes into
so much goes into it. But I mean, we've got Cuvia's Dwarf Cayman at the park. We've got a pair of those, and both of those came to us because they were unlicensed, and so they were both seized in separate circumstances, and then came to us. And that's because, was able to give them a home, sort of thing. We certainly, we'll take on stuff from Darcy's, from customs, so legal imports and stuff. That happens. So Border Force contacts zoos quite regularly every now and then, be like, we've got this.
Ooh, that's interesting.
I can guarantee you now that they would turn the Komodo dragon down. And it wouldn't even be allowed to be offered to us like that either. I'm saying that because she knows I'd love that Komodo dragon here, but it's a pipe dream. It ain't gonna happen here. Because that'd be a lot of money to spend on an enclosure and stuff, and probably sending me out and about the place to get trained on how to actually work with Komodo dragons. I think because they're something different.
That would keep just
doing. Amy now typing as me.
Would that be like a reptile or something? I'm guessing. Like, obviously, Amy's saying, like, is there an animal at a zoo? Maybe you can't appreciate for all zoos, but like most zoos wouldn't. It's just real.
This is not me typing. This is Amy typing as me.
Phil is having a conversation with himself. So, question from Phil to Phil. So is there an animal that you just be like, it's fine, we'll just keep it regardless? Obviously, it's different if you get 500 of them, but is there one where you'd be like, look, if we get one of these offered, whenever we get it offered, we'll just we can take
There
it.
are, as I'm saying, I mean, we recently took in basically someone's pond of goldfish.
Oh, okay.
Something they've gone in basically into our lakes, one of our lakes or ponds. And that was one where one of the directors decided, we'll take those. We had it's very cool. Someone asking, okay, can you rehome my goldfish? And most of us keepers was like, nah, we don't really need any more, and where are we going to put it, this or the other. And then one of us was like, oh, we also, and then it turned to be like something like 56 goldfish. But I think they've gone into one of our lakes or whatever. Either the lake just over there, Lima Lake, or what most probably so. Never see them again because it's so big. Thing, but I was just like, okay, so certain things you sort of can. It just very much depends. You normally have to go, put it through the vet to make sure that the vet's happy with everything and stuff. So like, all our rabbits, they're all expat rabbits that come in. Another thing, we just have basically a field that we stick rabbits in, but I have to go through quarantine as well and stuff. So the only thing that kind of doesn't really is pond fish.
Do you get not to bring down the tone or anything, but do you get a lot of parrots? Because
we don't.
Okay,
we don't for some reason.
I always thought with parrots there would be, because I think a lot of people don't realize how much stimulation and stuff they need. Because I was surprised at the amount of YouTubers that have to even give them like medication and stuff, just because the parrots are like have mental health issues, and they're just
they're often in big flocks normally and stuff, and a constant stimulation.
Yeah.
Just in that was from us. Amy did put it up. Yeah. Remember when London's only just finished Komodo enclosure? Stood there for told us 10 minutes before noticing that the Komodos hadn't actually arrived yet. That's funny.
I love that.
So,
what's the weirdest
things like that happen? I remember actually visiting a zoo that had a brand new chimp enclosure, open to the public, no chimps in it. And then just a piece of paper saying, so we're still waiting for the chimps to arrive. That's up. People, cool. Looking at an empty enclosure. They go, that's very clean. So things like that do happen. In terms of parrots, I mean, I think they don't necessarily contact us because we don't have a huge amount of birds. We've got parrot. Okay. I mean, we've got two macaws, which I believe they were expats. I mean, they've been here longer than I have. They're the only parrots we have nowadays. We're not really known for our birds too much, so they probably contact more other places with perhaps contact like places like Linton, which has a fair few birds. Hertfordshire Zoo is not too far from us, sort of thing. And probably like bird parks, a lot more probably. Right, when it comes to things like parrots, but parrots, especially things like African greys needs so much stimulation.
Yeah, that's what I see like a lot. And I'll be honest with you, when I've talked about the Cayman just then, I wouldn't do it in the line of work I do at the moment, because some weeks can work really, really long hours. Even though the missus is at home more, I wouldn't want to get a pet for someone else to have to look after it like that. But it wasn't until I got not until I'd saved up for a parrot, but I then saw that side, because I think it's so easy just to look at the care and everything and see, like, it wasn't, and I think it maybe should be a bit more something that people educate you on. Even like pet shops and stuff don't really tell you about that stimulation and stuff they need. And it wasn't until I saw that I was like, right, I can't get one, because the worst feel would be for me coming back and seeing it's plucked half of its anyway.
That's it. That's it. And, I think there's a lot of parents, especially things like macaws and so, basically say it's a toddler for 50 years. You got a toddler for 50 years. Can you deal with a toddler for 50 years?
Yeah, yeah.
I think somebody go,
Definitely
oh no. So I remember Matthew at Customer Query. He went. I can't remember where he went now, but he went somewhere that had like a huge aviary of African greys. Like there was like 100 or so in this aviary.
Oh wow!
So loads, and he was like, literally, the owner was like, "How comes they're so quiet? Because African greys are so known for being so noisy." And it was like, "There's enough of them together." Like they don't all get along. Sort of thing, and apparently the guy was like, "Well, like that one hates that one, and that one hates that one," sort of thing. Which ones don't like each other? But it's like, but there's enough of them that are living together that actually feel content. It's like African greys by themselves tend to be basically lonely because they're used to such large flocks.
Wow!
They're a massive flocking bird that if you only have one or a couple of them, they're just like you can just stress them out unless you're literally giving them attention 24/7.
Oh, wow! I didn't know that. Amy asked she's asked what
the least favorite pod.
It's got to be the same. It's got to be Devil's Rice, hasn't it? It's got to be those off-whites. It's got to be. It's got to be. They get everywhere.
They get everywhere. My regular Phronosis get everywhere as well.
Touch wood. My powder oranges got into 1 or 2 tubs a while ago, but that been okay. Again, touch wood, since I moved over to vents from using the solder. I used to use a soldering iron for the holes. Oh, Phil, you're gonna let Amy throw shade on you like that?
She took some millipedes from me and then she was like, "Phil, there's loads of dwarf whites in there." I was like, "Well, they're kind of in most of my enclosures." They kind of get everything. When I sell dwarf whites, they just come out of random enclosures because I don't have an enclosure just for dwarf whites. They're always the first to sell at a show. If I take dwarf whites to a show, they're the first to sell.
Hey, a few people I know that sell dwarf whites often say they can't keep them in stock because they do sell really, really well.
So well.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. So like, well, they can set up, but yeah, they do. Yeah, they do get everywhere. Sort of thing. Leah, I find dwarf if you don't keep on top of them in other colonies, they end up just taking over and just annoying the others.
If you're not feeding them stuff enough, they'll try and migrate and get stuff from another tub. Then,
yeah, and they end up just sometimes literally just taking over like the tarp kind of thing, and they breed quicker, being parthenogenetic and stuff, and end up eating all the food and annoying the others, the actual ones that you want in there, sort of thing, because they're just going all over the place. So if I see them in like one of my a nice small colony, I try and take them out of there.
What is the best feed
for the isopods? Substrate.
Yeah, I was going to say, like basics, like they'll never go hungry as long as they've got good quality substrate and some leaf littering. But I always do try and feed them with other stuff as well. But yeah, if you're doing that, that's pretty foolproof. And then I suppose after that, everything will eat fish.
And just mix and match kind of thing.
Yeah,
and try different things and stuff. But get your substrate right. No coir. Do not put coir in your substrate.
Yeah, coir's that thing, isn't it? Where like, if someone's like, "I've got coir in," I'm like, it's not that it's bad; it's just not that it's good. It just doesn't do anything apart from hold humidity.
Yeah. So it's like a little bit mixed in ain't gonna hurt them, but like when they're just on pure coir, and you're just like, Yeah, they can't really eat that. Well, they can eat that, but they're not going to get anything from it. And
Like feeding a tortoise iceberg lettuce, isn't it?
yeah,
They can eat it, but it's not really going to do out for them.
yeah. So that's why, like, I mean, I do buy in like pre-mixed substrates nowadays a lot more than I used to, mainly because of time and storage sort of thing. So it is a lot more expensive doing it that way. But
I
I've also
really,
done it where it's just like topsoil or organic compost, and then mix in rotten white wood and rotten leaves in.
yeah, I'm very similar to you in the sense that I do the topsoil mix, but I mix it in with mix it in with the Arcadia forest mix. I really like that stuff.
Yeah,
That's really good quality. And then I use the wood pellets that you use for pizza ovens. I put that in hot water and let that absorb the water. And then one thing I have experimented with, which I've not seen any difference, lo and behold, is premium. Like I bought worm castings very cheap from eBay, where you get like 20 kilos for like 50 quid or something. It was ridiculously cheap. And then I've also bought worm castings from hydroponic stores, and you pay 20 quid for a little 500-gram tub. And after months of comparison with them two, I've never seen any sort of a difference. So I would always go the cheapest with the worm castings at least. I think something as well, which is it's not needed but nice to have, bat guano. Although it stinks. Well, it's gonna do, isn't it? It's literally bat droppings. But yeah, it's and then bee pollen. In fact, I need to get some bee pollen from you at the next at your show, and a few other dry goods, because I don't eat. Yeah, I don't keep enough dry goods in, because I've got that many tubs now. Even when I do an order, I can normally justify using it all up in one go in the tubs
yeah.
I've got. I'm sure.
But
I'm sure my
yeah, I'm always experimenting with different dry goods for them and stuff. I'm looking at with my expanses, I'm giving them algae wafers.
yes, I've not had them for a while now.
So,
I used to feed them when I actually had Plex.
sort of
Just
thing.
all
Yeah,
interchangeable.
and it's come from was a friend of mine. It came from one friend of mine who got some from another friend of mine, all within the zookeeping sort of community. And basically, yeah, there's a guy, one of my friend of mine, another zoo got sent loads of expanses years ago from another friend at another zoo. And so, and I mean, like, sent him like 100 or so expanses just for free. So there you go. It was like, when he like got me, he's like, dude, do you realize how much money's worth you just given me here? Kind of thing. What the hell are you doing? Like, I was like, yeah, I've got thousands of the things. So they've got too many. I'm overrun with expanses. He's like, how are you overrun with expanses? What's your secret? And he went, and literally, the guy is a crazy Hungarian, and he looks at an invert and it breeds, and he just went, I went over and went to study them in the wild and saw that they were eating algae off a moss in the wild, so I started giving them algae. So
Oh, mate.
I'm the only person I would like not question the fact that he went all the way
Just
like,
to check the
to
actual
the wild
environment.
and
Yeah.
go just to see what oysterpod is eating. And then come back and go, yep, we'll do that, and bang, loads. So, so yeah, because that was I'll experiment with algae for my expanses. After got some expanses again, just to see how that goes, kind of thing. And yeah, and if that that goes well, start perhaps putting some in with others and stuff, and seeing what's what. But yeah, I'm always trying different dried ingredients and stuff. And if I find it works well, I'll end up saying a bit here and there kind of thing, because if it works for me, hopefully it'll work for others.
Yeah. No. 100%.
Yeah, I mean the algorithm. So I'm using at the moment a Hikari, which are high spirulina account. So yeah, spirulina algae.
Sorry, just reading the chat. Is there anything, I guess, at the moment, pod-wise, on your wish list? Is there any, like, because
everything. I'm very much like, I see a pod that there's so many, and the my wish list things like some of the Marinellas. As I've absolutely love the looks of those guys. Yeah, I would love White Skulls. They're on my wish list, and also like they also scare the crap out of me of like if I get them, they're just going to drop.
they touch water, they're like gremlins,
kind of thing. But being a metalhead, and especially a black metalhead, I'm like they're the most black metal looking nice pod I've ever seen. Kind of thing. Like I want White Skulls. Thing, but so I was like, oh, super scary.
I actually had a really embarrassing issue the other week. So someone asked to see a picture of my Red Diablo enclosure video, so I did it. I got a clip-on tub from Asda, and I didn't clip the tub back on properly, and then there's not very many left.
Oh no.
I don't think I'm ever going to find them. Like, if that was dairy cows or something, I'd have been fine. But after that, I was like, I'm in such a mood at the Borrelias now. I'm like, no.
There's only thing with them is just they're climbing. They're so quick as well when they climb up things. Straight at the side of the tub. So it's like I've got to. I need to try, but I haven't got. I need to get more. For it, a glass tank from Customer Care with micro mesh on it.
Yes.
And stuff, and then basically rims all the way around, basically to try and see if it'll be escape proof for things like Marinella that can make a nice display out of as well, and also go the manco ain't gonna get out. Thinking they're not gonna get out because otherwise, they just climb up things so quickly. It's like, oh my god.
Sam, for what's like the biggest thing that you have at the moment then, Phil, like animal wise?
Animal wise up here, biggest
not personal collection, not like zoo wise or anything.
Yeah, my personal collection. Probably a toss up between either my female salmon pink bird eater, who's not fully grown, my new Faraphosa sturmai, which is not fully grown, which I got from Bart, my banana crab, or my Hercules beetle.
The Hercules beetles are really, really interesting. I really like the look of those.
Which I'm hoping there's larvae in there because the female has passed away. The male's still going. So I'm hoping there's larvae in there because they cost a pretty penny.
It's the issue I have is it's got quite an addictive personality. So like, I look at the millipedes, look at the beetles. I'm like, no, because I wouldn't just stop at one. So although I've got a sneaky little thing, so when I like something now, I decided I'll give it to my missus. It's not what I get obsessed with. So I wanted some Balfouris, and I was like, I want a little communal. So boom, bought some off Ling, gave it to the missus. I end up looking after them and doing everything, but in my head, because they're not mine,
they're not yours.
I'm not trying to build on the collection. Speaking of which, I know a few people said they wanted to see some of the enclosures and stuff. So I'm more than happy to go through that now if that's okay with you.
Have it. I'm sure we'll have some more questions as we go along looking at things.
I'll just get the stream and I'll go move it all. But yeah, if what I'll do, mate, is I'll leave my laptop here and I'm going to go over there. I've got like a little table next to my rack. So if people just want to, if you can just call out what people want to see.
I think Amy's excited.
My camera skills are not great though, as people see. When it's like I'm taking pictures with a potato, so
I'm sure Amy will put up the questions as well if I miss any.
All right,
Also, start chatting as me again.
Can you hear me all right?
I can hear you.
All right. Is there anything in particular you want to see? Or anything in particular that people want to see?
Anything people want to see. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing the Fireflies because they're certainly on my list at some point.
This is the issue now with stuff like that where I don't have a massive amount. You'll be looking and the
AMH wants to see anything pink.
Anything pink. Right. So we'll try with the Fireflies first, shall we?
There's a few people, inverts and Connors, and as also said, pink pandas.
Yep.
I think people want to see pink pandas by the sounds of things. Well surprised.
Oh, just mute myself.
There we go.
Right.
Let's put that on big screen.
Yeah, if you can make it bigger, then I can know what to zoom in on.
If you turn your phone 90 degrees, I'll fill up the screen. That's it. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, look at them.
They are quite relaxed, to be fair. They do, again, looking at this, they do generally go on. See, it's like let's see, I'm really bad with the camera. See, they just do ball up quite easily. That's one of the only issues that I find with them. So then you look in the corner and you see there's quite a few in there, but they're all just, pretending to be shy. It's not the easiest one to show, unfortunately. You can see.
It says they're incredibly cute little things.
Yeah, just. Oh, there we are. It's a bit better. Would be if I didn't tip them over.
Yeah, there's that little splodge of neon just shows up. It's just like it looks so random as well.
Yeah, it makes such a difference. Such a difference. Managed to get one tub until I knocked something over. I've knocked it off now, haven't I?
Oh yeah.
See, I told you it wasn't going to go well.
It's all good. Miami just wants to see any giants. Well, yeah, so we've got first of all pinks and then giants.
Okay.
Yeah, she likes giant things, says Amy.
What does the mirror my camera thing do? Oh, it flips it the opposite way, doesn't it?
Back.
Right. It's this light that I'm trying to keep still. Something big, shall we say? Something big. But I'll show you this really quick. So this is how I keep 60 species. It's a unorganized, organized mess. But like I said, with no labels, I know exactly what is in every tub. Near enough. But yeah, get the expanses now. Well,
You kind of just bought, yeah. Well, that's a collection.
so some of these you'll see are a bit small, so you don't see the full, I suppose, beauty of the pink on them at the moment. A good little way to do it. Hiding. Try to breathe, please. No. This is one of the issues. You get ready to take the videos, and then they all ball up. These are the not so pink pandas, as you can see. They're just pink balls. Let's maybe get some pictures of these and send them over after, or maybe I'll just grab a few out and then see if they unball in my hand. That's probably a better bet, actually. So, yeah. Here we are.
Yeah, I think it's one.
Yeah. It's so hard to get colour right on them.
It's me.
Oh, what's that? A sneeze.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, then it's like Neil Buchanan, do you know, the Art Attack
Oh yeah.
I made earlier.
Leah just bought whatever pod shares for sale at Mildenhall will be the last of the year. But she needs to rehouse them all, so she don't want to take any out whilst they sell in their new homes.
Ready for this one? Unless they've embarrassed me. There we are.
Oh, nice.
There's always an imposter.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
hang on, that one's not right. What's that one doing in there? Let's all get the same feel. Always, very cooking like, where's that pronosis in here?
As well. Every time I mess with this tub, I'm always taking stuff out. Always taking stuff out. But this is actually something I've done quite well with recently, Phil. Pumice rock.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is really. I see that especially the Cubaris love that. And then
I've got like was a Tufa rock in some of mine.
Yeah.
And so, but and then also sort of bought off Curtis Arkin in the past is like Tufa calcite, which is like calcified moss.
All right.
As well, which I haven't bought a thing for a while, but yeah, bought a bit of that with him over the years, and like they seem really like that. But I haven't tried pumice before. I have to give pumice a go.
So that's like the second generation, I guess, of pandas. And then if we go to the OG collection, this is one of my favourite tubs just because it's just
it was just impressed with how many reds. Oh my god, look at the amount of pandas.
Doing all right for these as well.
Yeah, you're not sure of Panda Kings.
I've got a few. I still like to get new blood a lot though. I got some from Leah actually at the last show. I think I got like another 10 off or something. Just big fan.
Just adding
diversity with it. But this is a 72 litre tub, so I need to get rid of some or I need to rehouse them.
Yeah. They just put holy crap. Oh my god, they're still going. My god. I thought I had a fair few with 3 colonies of them. Bloody hell.
Just put them in one massive tub like I have. Instead, it's a.
There's more isopods than substrate. That's a lot.
A ton though as well. And then I have to show you this now because this is in one of the other big tubs. But you've got to like them. The pod that starts it for everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
Very underappreciated. Like, this is something I love seeing still, even after these years. Just how they strip the leaves.
Oh, yeah, they absolutely are. They strip it like the wind. I don't know if you've ever done this. I haven't myself, but I'm seeing a friend of mine and Leah's and stuff. Raymond Robinson. I don't know if you ever come across Raymond in Ireland.
I don't think so.
He sent me a video last year, maybe the year before, maybe, of his dairy cow colony, where
Yeah.
he gives his dairy cows chicken carcasses.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he just put a chicken carcass and they just stripped it, and I was like, whoa. I was like, that's a protein kick. For him, my God, I've never done that. I've never gone that far with it. I'll give him like fish and stuff, but like damn.
A few granulated oranges.
Nice.
It's just one huge one. I do really like these though.
They're really, really nice. But I have those courtesy of a mystery box from you that I won.
Right, let's get those expanses. I'll be honest, the only reason I'm pausing on the expanses, I'm not trying to create any sort of like a build up. It's one of the tubs I've not written on. Where I was, it turns out it's not there. But I will find it. Give me a sec.
Amy heard you say expanses. He's like, oh.
One more tub to slow you down a bit.
They were granulatum orange. Oh, white duckies. Another one of my wish list species.
They seem to be a little bit more relaxed than the. Oh, sugar. There we go. Great. He's gone. Yeah. See,
saw some at the AES show, but I didn't have the money at the time. They weren't a bad price, but I didn't have the money.
Then we go for the see how the OGs are doing, shall we? So the thing I do love about the rubber ducky still that all the different colour little variations that pop up in the tubs.
Yeah.
Like that. But nothing will ever beat these ones.
You get some that are a bit more blonde in them and stuff, and
yeah, that's mid shed there. That's pretty cool looking paint job. But if only that was a pod, look at that. So cool. Oh, there we are for that. A few more there. But like I say, like this is one of the favourite pieces of wood that they do hide under, but if I mess with it a few times, it wouldn't be there. I do need some more lichen as well. Do you sell that as well, Phil?
Leah does.
Leah does. Oh.
Yeah, actually, yeah, Leah sells that. So I'm sure she'll have some of that at the show.
I might order some tonight. Probably a good shout. Ahead of.
That's right. Just thought that she's got a big bag of wood pellets at her. She was going to make flake soil, but didn't think that the pods could eat it, so she's going to try it.
Very prolific as well. Oh, I have a big bag.
Oh, there we go.
I'll send you the picture of the one I've got, Leah.
Leah's only got 4 bags left at the moment.
Is that of lichen?
Oh yeah, the lichen, yep.
Lichen.
Possibly, yeah. Might be. Yeah.
I'll take them if that's all right, please. I'll message you after, and we'll sort that out. That would be really appreciated. Sorry, I'm just looking for the. There we are.
Yeah.
On them in a fine.
Yeah,
and apparently you shouldn't do that because then you'll have problem seeing the writing. Who would have known? Who would have known?
Expansus. Look at them. Liz asked if you're coming to the commentary show on Sunday.
No, I'm meant to be. Oh, there's a small chance I will be, but I'm meant to be going to Berlin with work, but not booked my ticket yet. So I'll let you know tomorrow, Leah. Actually, if that's all right.
Even though she'll be at the Mill Hall show as well, and that's not all too far away. Really, it's quite scary how quickly that's going to come about.
These are the big gas straws I was telling you about. Big boys.
They're probably up there as one of my favourites as well because they're just such a nice, bright coloured, decent size.
Good.
Oh, look at them.
So good. And then, not sure what else have like showy off it, I guess. Actually, yeah. So, the marinas.
Amy just asked, do you keep Ornatus?
Yeah, I've got some Ornatus. I'll show you. I've got the high yellows. These. I think I've not got the light too good on these. It's just washing them out a lot. These are the glaciers.
Glaciers cool. Amy recently got Ornatus. I think she got some with high yellow. I think I've got Tangerine Dreams.
These are the highest, but again, too much light on them. It's not great. Yeah, I'll show you.
Amy's talking as me again now.
Or is it you talking as you? Like, fine, mate, it's fine. That's what I do. You do that.
Liz asked, whether both of us would be interested in trying her pod food mix. Let's see if they eat it or use on anything, but don't know if she'll make it to sell. But it'd be good to see, how we find. Oh, I'm always up for that, and I'll give it a long test because I've been testing out Bug Jungle's. I think it was a Cold Dust Eye. He gave me a pot in January, and I'm still testing it out. Sort of thing, but because I test everything else out, I'm making it's going to be for a video as well. So like, make sure that everything keeps it.
This is how I keep the Ornatus, so it's quite dry.
But I'm being told off now.
Are you being told off, or are you telling yourself off?
That's it. That's it.
But then, one thing about white sharks are, as small as they are, they still look cool if you've got quite enough of them. Sure. I think I've done myself light. I think I might have to move the light. I think that's too much. Yeah, too much. Tons and tons, but yeah, I need to get better at this. I can see them, just you lot can't. Try and get something else to show. I think that. Very, very underrated one, actually.
Donna's saying that you sent her 34 white sharks.
I don't count them.
I was going to say, I don't think I'm surprised if anyone actually counts them.
St. Lucia jelly beans. Now these are just so bold and brave. I really, really like these as well. These will eat anything at any point, and as you see there, none of them are even hiding under the
Yeah,
bar,
they're always out and about. Yeah.
even on the vents as well. I really do like these. Yellows, cornrows. This will look good with the light, actually.
Don't they were St. Lucia jelly beans? The Armadillo Vulgar St. Lucia. Oh, Hasai. Nice.
Yeah.
See, they're another one on my want list.
I do like these ones.
Yeah, they're nice.
These are one of those where they seem to start really slow, and then they just.
Yep.
Yeah. It's like most stuff, isn't it? You give it enough time, and it really does pop, I guess.
That's it. Yeah, give it a time and don't checking them every day, kind of thing. Like leave them for, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my god, I've got loads.
Sure, you'll pick this up. One of those tubs where the only problem is with the powders, you'll always see another colour somewhere at some point. But these are the powder blues, although they look quite white because of how much light there is on the camera. But you'll always see life in these tubs, always.
So Amy doesn't have gem mix anymore. Actually, I need to get more gem mix in mine because I had Pronosis White invade my gem mix. God damn it! I basically just annoyed them. That's a good one. Can different species cohabit, or is that frowned upon because they'll mix the species?
I'd never recommend it as such, but I have seen people do it. This is quite funny. The Miyakos come to life, but then run away really quick. I do like these. Sorry.
Yeah. It's one of those things like you often find that I think one species will often outcompete the other.
And it's usually the cheaper one that does win.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, some people do it okay. But it's one of those things where I've never done it, so I'd never recommend it.
Yeah.
But, some people.
I'm sort of the same. I mean, one of my life planting phases, I put bit of a mix in there, but it's like whatever's going in there is not going to be coming out to be sold or anything. And stuff, and if something out, there's kind of like an experimentation type thing of like, this is probably going to outcompete them. I didn't even put Pronosis in there, and they got in there and they're pretty much taken over. I was like, oh well, there's Pronosis in here. There we go. But it's mainly, I wouldn't want to mix, one of the high end ones in with something that's cheaper or anything like that, or certainly not.
And Amy was on about the long day, the cannonballs. What's funny about the cannonball tub is the heat's on this end, cools on this end, but you'll always find them on both sides, but at the end of the tubs. So, for example, if we go down this side, you start to see them do hide quite well. Let's see. And they don't necessarily congregate even together, but even when they don't seem like they've been disturbed, they are still, very much balled up. But again, this is one of those things that I find quite interesting. Like, why are all these ones preferring the warm end, while the olive ones well on the cold end? So that's just from a quick on the warm end.
They're such a cool pod, cannonballs.
So so different, aren't they, to most of them?
Yeah, just like their body chain reminds me more of a marine pod than other pods, kind of thing. And they may not be necessarily colourful, but there's something about them. So Carl's got a question about duckies. He's got 5 normal duckies, planning to get blonde next. Can he mix them together? Because if not, he'll probably just get the normal one, so he has 10. I mean, they are the same species, just the blondes are a morph.
If you look in this, they might up. Like you'll see here, some are blonde anyway.
Yeah, mine throw out the odd blonde one.
It's not really a good example in that one. Maybe this.
So, well, I'd say, Carl, if there's a price difference, I would go with just normal duckies because the chances are you'll end up getting blondes anyway.
You get normals, you get blondes anyway all the time. You like the ducks, though, especially when you get bigger. Just the colours on them are great.
So I think Amy's responding as me though.
You're responding as you. It's fine, mate. Just call it what it is.
There you go, Susan. That was that's Amy's response.
Oh, Phil, did I send you snowflakes, by the way?
Stringtails, yes.
Yeah. How are they doing?
Yeah, they're doing well. They're doing well. So they're breeding themselves. So, but the thing I'm trying to make sure with those is that they don't get invaded with regular stringtails because my orange got invaded with regular.
Yeah, this is fish flake I put in this morning before work. All over it. They breed so well. Well, I've got quite a lot of the albino ones as well, which I'll have to bring you at the show. The lilac ones, but I've just kind of picked out the albino ones for a while.
Yeah.
Those are actually, I'll show you those.
I've become a sucker for different springtails. It's a bit of a weird thing to say, like, oh yeah, I want to collect different springtails as well.
Yeah, Thai reds, but maybe not going to come through properly on the camera. The only thing I don't like about the fish flake is it's only been in for a few hours and it already looks proper grotty. So it makes it awful.
Oh, it looks awful after. Yeah, it doesn't have to be in there long. Then it looks awful, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But that's what they love. Liz asked, "Do you have Armadillidium officinalis?"
Liz asked what, sorry?
We have Armadillidium officinalis. Was it Greek hissing isopod?
No.
That's all one of those ones that, not an expensive one. But decent size, and they hiss.
No, I don't have those. Again, I think the light's really not doing justice on this. Maybe turn down a bit. Marbleized.
Ah, the marbleized are nice. Yes, but really.
Turn the light down a bit. Let's see if that helps. And then I think Thai blues, when I got them, I'm not sure if you guys are the same, were a bit underwhelming. They don't look as you expect.
Or Thai blue angels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're not blue. Are they? They're still lovely, but
I think like favorite projects at the moment is the Ornatus High Yellow, trying to get them just as yellow as possible without as much black on it.
Yeah.
And also the Ornatus. The Expansus, just trying to get a nice bunch of those. Although something I did miss out actually, Phil, in terms of underrated, well, not underrated, but favourite pods. Space pods.
Ah, weren't I?
Yeah, I do like these. I really like these. There's nothing for me. So flat, so brave. Just do not care. The hardest bit about these is when you go to pack them. So I usually put like the pods in the tub and then add the moss in after. But if you do that, they just sit on the bottom. they don't really bother trying to grab the moss. So you end up having to put the moss in first and then put the pods in after. But now, again, as well as you see this, these start doing better as it's hard to show you on the camera, but it's not wet enough to clump.
Yep.
It's even drier. And a lot of this wood actually that you see is Leah's husband's wood. Leah's husband has some very good wood. Take that out. I was got some of that from him at the last show, which was really good of him. And then yeah, unless there's anything else people want to see, I think that's it. You've got a cricket in your room, Phil.
Oh yeah, I've always got crickets. Yeah.
Don't know if I'll be able to show you this. This does my head in a nice way, but
as amazing as live stream is, I'm going to have to sign off. Thank you both, Phil and DB. Very impressive and informative. It's going to message you tomorrow, and much love to everyone on the stream. Night, mate.
See you later, buddy. Pat Chong's just so quick though. I just wish you'd slow down. Just let me take pictures.
Oh, the Pack Chongs.
Yeah, it's like you're always.
They are really good breed. Okay,
and then they're all moving now.
Yeah, I've got the normals and the reds.
I've not got the reds. The reds make the cherry blossoms as well, don't they?
The red, my reds breed quicker than my normals. It's weird. But I got the normals first. From Adam. He sent me those in a mystery box.
Yeah,
and he was like, "These are an underrated Gavaris. See what you think," kind of thing. I was like, "Okay, yeah, no, these are cool." And then I think he sent my mum the reds, and then she bred the reds, and I've got the reds now as well.
Is Donna still on the chat?
You still here, Donna? So I think yep, she's still it.
She's been chasing me for this, and I keep forgetting. She messaged me before I went away with work. She messaged me after I went away from work, and then she messaged me in the chat tonight. So this is how I keep the magic potions, Donna. So again, quite dry. Drier than previously I would have kept them. Generally keep them with quite a bit of cork, of decaying wood as well. But I keep quite a bit of moss in there as well. But yeah, nothing too special really, if anything. Just that is a good indication. I'll get the exact temperatures for you later as well. So that does clump a bit more than some of the others, but it is still a lot drier than I have been keeping them previously.
Potions. I've now vulgar magic potions, and I've now got depressing magic potion as well.
And quite a lot of tails. Quite. If you can actually get them to focus, that'd be great. Maybe not. They just look like white splodges. There we are. Nice. I think that is the issue, isn't it? Like, the more you get into the hobby, the more little groups you're in, the more that you see every day. There's another pod that you don't have and that you need.
Yep.
You want.
I know you showed them earlier, but I think they must have missed them and she wants to see the glaciers.
Glaciers. Do I? I know where they are. Right, I'll
And
try
then another good fast breeder as well, I find. Like,
a lot of babies in here at the moment.
hey, JJ.
This probably does need a bit increased, to be fair, Leo. It's just this is only an 11-litre rub. Yeah, I do like these. It's just now I've already disturbed them. They're not as easy to show as before. You can see that they're breeding quite well. In the soil, everything's moving.
Oh, so Carl was just he forgot the label some of his spots. So he got glaciers and granulite and white pearls on the same day. I don't know which one is which. Granulite, I'm getting bigger. Definitely.
I'll try and show you both now, mate. So, a sec. Glacier. Okay, we'll get the pearls again.
Yeah, that's it. If you look at the face, very, very different faces. Sort of.
These are the pearls now. Bit more rugged on the sides as well.
Yes.
Closer.
If you get like photos, send them to Amy or me or whatever, or Liam, we can also be able to tell you which is which. Thing, but hopefully that helps you anyway. So they're another very cool species.
And that's it.
Ooh.
But yeah,
There's that.
you can pick, mate. I'll bring you some. I'll try and bring you something that you don't have. I'll bring you your own little mystery box. But I know what you're like for picking up new stuff, so it's going to be accurate as of today.
But the thing I always say about it, like when I pick up like a mystery box at a show, where especially iSpods, I don't care if I get the same stuff that I've already got because that's just new blood going into it, or whatever, or helping build a colony. Like for me, it's very different to buying a tarantula mystery box where I perhaps don't want double ups or whatever. Like I don't, yeah, because when Adam was anyone who asked me for a list of what I'd got, and I was like, how long? It literally makes me like you're still typing. I was like, what's going on? Sort of thing. But I was like, I don't care. Send me whatever because it doesn't matter that if I've already got it or whatever because that's still a good thing. It's not a bad thing at all.
The thing that's interesting as well, again, going back to that, what we were saying before about different people, different opinions, different ways of keeping them. Like a lot of people, a lot of time people say, oh, they don't really need the diversity. They live quite close in the wild anyway. They are quite inbred anyway in the wild. I'm still very, very big believer in getting new blood. I always find, for example, if something's breeding quite slow, buy more. And I don't think it's necessarily the numbers that makes a difference. I do genuinely believe it is that diversity, that new blood.
I'm the same.
And if anyone says I've got something and it's not breeding, first question will be, are they dying? If it's not dying, then I'd say get new blood. Oh, well, parameters, yes, can play a factor in it, as we said earlier about the clowns and stuff. But for the most part, if someone's not breeding, you get new blood, it will kickstart it. I feel like I'm the wrong kind of drinker for these, as you've probably heard a few cans opening during the chat. It is 20 past 10, and I'm on my third can. So it's a heavy night. But this is the problem with me. I can drink this stuff all the time. People in the chats will know that. Yeah, just I'll go to sleep within half an hour of finishing this show. It just keeps me functioning. But that'd be really nicely. I think something I've been toying with the idea of, to be honest with you, is putting an offer on them this week. The mystery boxes, maybe doing double value this week, just because I have got a lot of pods at the moment that I do need to cut down on the numbers with them. But no, I appreciate that. I think Leah's partner, husband, sorry if it's your husband, Leah, was the first person that I met at one of the shows that I didn't know, and he came over. He was doing. It was so nice. It's just such good energy, and one of the highlights of every show now is seeing Leah and her husband. It's and again, this goes back to the community. This goes back to what we were seeing before, about meeting new people and meeting those coming in with those communities as well. But yeah, it's one of those things where like at the Glasgow show, we ended up meeting a few people before the show, the day before the show, on the show, after the show. It's it's one of those hobbies where it quickly becomes like a family almost. And as if you don't mind me asking, Phil, how many years have you been like a spokesperson in the community? Like, not just keeping how, just I'm not saying this to be nice to you. I see you as one of the most reputable people in our hobby, someone who is a cornerstone. I'll be honest, like, I feel bad saying this, like, not bad, but a little bit embarrassed saying this. I was so buzzing when I found out that it was your mum that was coming to buy like a mystery box at our first show, and then you came over and bought something. I was like, Phil's buy your stuff off me. Wow, this is great. Like, and I was amazed. And Tarantula Donna's saying I met the best person in Glasgow. Yeah, of the OGs, as Leah said. But yeah, sorry, going back to that. So how long have you been like a spokesperson in the hobby for?
I mean, personally, I wouldn't call myself a spokesperson in the hobby, but I've been, in terms of like social media stuff, I've only been doing it. I started doing it, well, during COVID, during the first year of COVID, just after the first lockdown. Keeping wise, I've been doing this like 30 years. And stuff, and it's purely being in lockdown that made me start focusing on social media. A lot more made me start doing videos, kind of thing, because I basically was in this flat by myself, no one at the zoo, no public to talk to at the zoo about stuff, so no one really to talk to at the time about bugs that much. Started making a few little videos just for work, showing them to work, kind of thing. And in a secret group that was Facebook group was made up, and I was like, well, I'll just take some videos of my pets, kind of thing, and tell them about it. And then they started going like, oh, you should perhaps put out online and stuff. And I was like, nah, no one be interested in what you're on about, kind of thing. And then a lot of zoos at the time then started doing live streams on Facebook, and I then was doing them, a couple forums. So I done one on tarantulas and ended up rambling on for about an hour just to my phone with some tarantulas on a picnic bench in the zoo, sort of thing, and stuff. So everyone was like, if I can do that for the zoo, perhaps I can just put some out myself. And then so I just started doing that, and then it's always, but I wouldn't call myself a spokesperson or anything. I'm the same as any other hobbyist.
You're a modest guy.
sort of thing.
Adds to the charm, mate. Adds to the charm.
I just started putting stuff out. I just film it all with my phone and put stuff out, and if people like it, they like it, and if they don't, they don't, and it's all good, sort of thing. And it's just, it's sort of changed a bit since I first started doing it and stuff, and that's all so enjoyable. Okay.
If anyone that's got a really high caffeine tolerance, by the way, I know one or two people in this chat have said that caffeine, Red Bulls don't affect them as well. I'll be bringing my travel flask with me, which I got some coffee from Morocco when I went last weekend, and you can try that. It's it's a very, very strong. I was using the translation app when I went into the store to ask for the very strong coffee.
But maybe bring some of that to the Milnor show, because actually on the Milnor show, if you bring your own mug and stuff, there'll be free tea and coffee for traders anyway.
Oh wow!
Because we have access to the kitchen there. So just for traders, and we just say, bring your own mug with you.
I think the one thing that I need to start doing at shows, and I don't want this to change at all, so don't think I hope this doesn't come across the wrong way, but I'm that busy talking to people and I get that into it, and I don't want to miss anyone, that the only time I step away from the table is to go to the toilet. So I never really get a chance to look at the tables or eat. So I think that's why I'm going to bring the coffee to the table, to the show next, to your show, and bring like a packed lunch as well. Just it's kind of just to make sure I've got the energy throughout the day, really. But I seem to run on nervous energy until the show's finished anyway. So it's going to be exciting, mate. Are you you got your outfit ready?
I'll sort out something. Yeah, I've got some stuff.
Don't pretend.
I've always got stuff in my wardrobe's filled with Halloween stuff, so I've got plenty of stuff.
If anyone can also beat the Kit Kat challenge, if anyone's seen the Kit Kat challenge, that made Chris from Zoo on Wheels started, then Ling did beat. I'll have Kit Kats available at the table, and if anyone can beat that, I'll genuinely give you a mystery box. So the challenge is, at the moment, it's 5 Kit Kats, so 10 fingers in a minute, no drinks. Jezza tried it. He thought it was really easy until he had the first one, and then it didn't go down so well. I've tried it. A few other people have tried it, but
it's because the wafer in it just saps out all the moisture.
Right. I'll send you the video of Jezza after, and then I think something I'm going to do as well is, I need to decide this, but for every purchase or every amount of money spent, I'm going to give like a raffle ticket as well, and then at the end of the day, going to raffle off. Well, sorry, not raffle off, but I'll pick at a certain time, as long as obviously this is okay with you, Phil. Like either a mystery box or something different as well. But if I'm going to give you Pink Pandas to give away for your charity raffle, then I'll probably do a mystery box or something instead to keep it a little bit different. But
we can always start it in with, like, when we call the raffle out, the main raffle out, and then go. Oh, and there's also, we can sort of tie stuff like that in. And done the raffles. Amy has asked me to ask you that she does run a WhatsApp raffle group. If you'd ever be interested in raffling things off on there. Yeah,
definitely. I can have a message Amy. Probably in the morning. Sure. If you can send me a link for the group, Amy, that'd be
sort that out. It works like most of the, all the other raffle groups out there, but what's nice is get a nice little variety on that one. A few people are asking about the Kit Kat challenge of one, what is the record currently, and then what size Kit Kats is it?
So it's normal size Kit Kats.
2 finger, 4 finger?
Two fingers.
2 fingers.
Sorry, my head goes somewhere else. It's like inappropriate. So if you can have more than 10 fingers in a minute, but no drinks, no pre-opening. I'll have to get the proper list of rules, but it's just I suppose you could do the 4s if you want, and then essentially you have to do 10 fingers. That's the 5. Could you do 3 4-finger bars? Yeah, if you did 3 4-finger bars, then that'd be the same as 6 Kit Kats, so that would beat that. But you have to do it in a minute, and you can't drink during the challenge either. But like Phil says, it's that the wafers just dry your mouth so much. But one thing that was quite funny is Chris thought it'd be really easy, and Chris is a machine with Kit Kats. And believe it or not, he only managed 4 in a minute, but during the show, Phil, as you know, because I think you got some things from. In fact, you won a mystery box from the giveaway as well with Phil from Scott's charity.
Yeah.
Just giving, and I promised or I pledged that I'd give £1 to charity for every Kit Kat that Chris ate during the show. So from about 10 o'clock, it was about 4 or 5 hours of the show. He ate 70 something Kit Kats, as in full Kit Kats, so 140, 150 fingers. The challenge was for him to eat 100 Kit Kats during the day. And typical me being a unorganized idiot, I bought the Kit Kats here in England, left them all here, went up to Scotland, realised, had to rebuy them, and then ended up sending them all to Ling in the post when I got back down. So I was like, what am I going to do with 100 Kit Kats? It didn't. And what was amazing, Leah, amazing, me, him, Ling, Claire, my partner, and Jezza, we all went to the pub. Went to like a gastro pub after, and he ate. I think he had a starter, a main, and a dessert. He really, went for it, which was amazing. Honestly, amazing. But yeah, please come along, and yeah, if you can do that, yeah. So 10 fingers is the one to beat at the moment. But if Leah is if Fling is there, she may try again. But Leah and a few of us, if you all want to try it, it's be eventful. Like I say, I tried it myself, and it does seem easy. Like you think this is easy, but then after you've swallowed, I think the first 2 fingers or something, there's just no moisture left in your mouth.
There's a few people that want to give it a go. Lucky enough, there is actually right next to the venue that there is a Sainsbury's, so we can just buy Sainsbury's out of all their Kit Kats for the day.
I'll bring some with me. This is gonna be the show, isn't it? I'm gonna come back with all the ice pods that I take, and come back with no fucking Kit Kats. Leah's gonna practice. Right, Leah, if you do it, if you film your son with the clock in the video or the timer, and yeah, Ling's video, she did a video to beat the score of 4. So if you want to go for it ahead of time, yeah, please feel free. But yeah, it's more difficult than it seems. I think the one thing I do want to, it's just one of those things where I don't think you can't train for it. I think you can either deal with it or not. It's like the cinnamon kind of challenge. It's either you can or you can't. But I think we all tried that during lockdown and made a big mess along the way. So, Phil, are you going to have a stand yourself, or are you going to be too busy?
No. So I've got 2 tables there. The parents have, but I mean, considering we'll be busy, we all have tables there as well. So yeah, I have 2 tables. My mum will have 3 tables.
Oh, nice.
She has 3 tables there because that's how many they normally have at other shows anyway. And then my dad will be in the room with all the reptiles, doing all the reptile display sort of thing.
Carl, inappropriate.
And then I believe Happy Ant and his missus will be on the doors. For Amy's got a table, will be her first show trading just as herself. sort of thing. And then there's a good few people this year. Got pretty much all the traders from last year by the ones that didn't show up because we didn't invite them back because they didn't show up last year. And then I think anyone that sort of didn't sort of booking them for this year was Suffolk Spiders because he ceased trading. Oh God.
Always one, isn't there, Leah? There's always one.
It's normally Leah as well.
Oh dear.
It's either her, unless she's being a good girl. So yeah, it'll be busy, but then yeah. Well, hopefully it'll be really busy. But I like to try and get out and then get around to everyone and stuff, and hopefully, yeah, make sure that everyone's doing all right and stuff.
That's good.
But last year was a really nice atmosphere and stuff like. Even the caretaker, when he came to sort of start packing everything up, he made a obstacle course for Jeremy to go around on a Leah scooter. So he's like, "Go on, let's make a slalom for you."
If you had to describe Leah, Phil, would you use the word angel?
No. Maybe fallen.
Oh wow!
Fallen angel.
That was quick. Mad Manx and Leah are going to be like it's going to be all out war, isn't it? Someone's going to be sick, trying to beat the other person. Oh, wow!
I'll tell you, there is a Sainsbury's basically next door. So if I have to stock up on Kit Kats, send people out to get a load of Kit Kats. The Sainsbury's will be like, "What the hell's happening?"
All right, Phil, I got to ask you, favorite sweet.
Ooh, favorite sweet.
Or you could have a bag. Like it doesn't have to be like, for example, it could be Tangfastics, could be Star Mix. Like you don't have to have just the cherries or whatever.
I mean, those two are up there. They're up there. I'm a sucker for a bit of Haribo.
What if you could only have one?
Fudge is good. Yeah, even just put fudge. Yeah. Oh. I'm not obsessed with fudge. What are you on about? I do like a bit of fudge every now and then. Sour stuff's good.
Have you ever? Did you ever like do the weird sour? Not the weird sour stuff, like the warheads and like the toxic waste and stuff like that.
Oh, toxic waste. Yeah, I've still got a bag of mega sours.
Mega sours. They hard boiled.
Yeah.
Oh, I've not heard of them. Are they worse than toxic waste?
Yeah.
Ooh.
If I remember, I'll bring them to Mildenhall with me, and you can try a mega sour.
Thank you. Amy's out in your dirty laundry here, mate. Now you got like 5 bags of it. Frigging not obsessed.
Where did I get 5 bags of it?
6. Zombie bombs.
Yeah, I haven't tried the zombie bombs yet, because they're meant to be spicy as well. I'm not necessarily.
Oh no, I can't do spice.
So,
like
I'm not trying the zombie ones, but the mega sours are they're pretty sour. We had some at BTS and and then cake around right at the end of the day, and then there was I support cake and a mega sour next to it for Leah and Terry each and stuff, and it made their cake sour.
Oh wow!
Yummy on tree fudge. Yeah, I do buy a fair few bags of yummy on tree fudge when I see him. That's just like it's a special offer, so you got to buy it. You got to stock up on it.
This is see now. This makes me feel like you are obsessed because you denied it so hard until Amy showed the receipts. Amy was like, "Listen, I know exactly where it was and exactly where we were with," and Amy's like, "Okay, yeah." You're like, "Yep, okay." Okay.
Yeah,
Or,
but I did, yeah,
it
I
might
probably
not be
did buy about five or six bags then.
It might be actually you typing as Amy now. See what happened earlier? She was typing as you. Now you're just having a bit of an argument with yourself over this fudge. No way. So you just rubbed the.
I didn't even. I didn't.
Okay.
I just put it on the plate, but it rolled over and just touched the
No
cake and made the
way.
cake sour.
Oh wow. Are they something you can get over here, or do you have to buy them from like one of those American sweet shops
I
or
bought them
something?
on Amazon.
Oh, nice. Nice. We'll have to, yeah, please bring some of those. That'd be interesting.
I'll try and bring those to the shows again because they're good for getting people's reactions with them because they're pretty instant.
Something you can't hide as well, is it? Just do that with
That's
like
it.
that game Joe, that they do with like tequila and water, and you have to guess if someone's got the tequila or water. You should do that with the sour bombs. Someone guess if it's like a sour bomb or like another sweet.
Yeah.
Do you reckon you could hold it in? Like the reaction?
It's a difficult one. I mean, I can do these mix-ups, but they're certainly up there sour, and you're like, oh yeah, that's sour. It's hard to hide that. I think she gave the sweet to Baby Spy, and he nearly turned inside out.
Oh dear.
I gave one to Jez, and it lasted what 1-2 seconds maybe before he spat it out.
I feel sorry for Jezza. He seems to get bullied at all of these shows. Though Chris tried to put him in a bin last time. They had a fight, and then Chris was like, "Let me put you in the bin," and Jezza was like, "Oh, please no, come on." And Chris was like, "No, come on." I was like, "Oh, mate, going out for food." Stop trying to eat so sweet. Going out for food. Yeah, I might not be able to wear my slippers actually, unless I can get some new ones because I know everyone calls me slippers, but I genuinely have been living in the slippers, and I wore them to Morocco, and I wore them in the desert, and now they're pretty knackered. It was so funny though. I managed to get from my house to the security control in Marrakesh before one of my colleagues went, "Have you got slippers on?" And I was like, "Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do, Donna, and I've got pictures. I will show you." But yeah, my even my mum outed me on the I put it on the my mum was like, "Are they slippers?" I was like, "Yes, they are, mum."
Amy just said she'll buy you slippers if you give her pods.
Had slippers on in the desert. I'm sure we can come to some arrangement. I'm happy to do that.
Hey, Courtney.
But yeah, it's so I've taken a mental note, Phil, of what you've got now. I think I can bring you something that you don't have. That'll be be good. Or to be fair, I can just bring you some pink pandas. I can give you them. That'll be fine. Unless you get some now, but that's your own fault. That you know.
I mean, like that'd blow me away. That probably if I was like, oh my god.
We can do the reaction challenge. Seeing those versus the sour sweet. Do not give him pink pandas.
She knows that you'll just hear me scream or something.
Oh dear, I need to buy them. Sure, we can swap something, Leah, or I can just give you them cheap. One of the two, either or. I've it's my only fear is with them. I know it's not a bad fear by any means, but is they end up.
Oh god, Amy's found isopod slippers.
Ooh.
Ooh.
This is really good or really bad. See, they're going to be like. I think it's right. I think Amy. No. I think they're going to be Crocs with isopod badges on them. That's what I think. Maybe wrong. Carl, will there be duckies? Yes. Yeah, there'll definitely be normal duckies. I might bring some white ones. I think for Phil Shaw, I want to try and bring some stuff that I don't sell on the website at the moment. So I don't sell the white duckies, so I'll probably bring some of those and a few other things as well.
Oh God.
I see Pod slippers. The ceases to amaze me now. It's literally everything. You can even get the big isopod plushes and stuff, can't you now? Like the really big ones as well.
Everything. There's Icewad t-shirts, Icewad everything nowadays.
Yeah.
Carl just said, "Yeah, take my wallet."
Okay. Leah's gone somewhere. She's going to come back with something interesting. Feel it.
No, probably find an Isopod dildo or something. So you'd probably find that somewhere. Probably.
I'm thinking in my head now how that would work. Would it be glass with
Look
them in
the
the
wrong
middle?
places.
It'd be awful if it was it was it had the spikies on it.
This is modelled after White Scout.
Oh, Phil's being serious. This is Leah.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said it. This is Leah. There'll be a thing.
Oh man. I mean, how much thought's going into this?
Oh yeah, there is a scorpion tail one. Yeah.
Although to be fair, I did go down a really weird black hole a bit ago, like looking at weird things. You can even get like octopus ones and everything now, can't you?
Everything.
Yeah. We digress. I mean, it's animal related is the chat, but someone flicks on now. Hi, welcome. Incredible dildos and other sex toys. Oh wow. My fucking
made Amy choke.
Oh wow.
So if we don't see you commentary, we'll see you certainly at the Millnall show on the Saturday the 2nd of November.
Oh yeah, it's on a Saturday, isn't it?
It's a Saturday show, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I have to try to remind people of that because obviously most shows are on Sundays, but this is a Saturday show. So, and then I think we're thinking, because we don't have access to the whole Friday night. It's perhaps doing perhaps a little meetup somewhere within the town Friday night sort of thing. There's a Hungry Horse that may not be too bad sort of thing if people want to get some food or whatever. I'll probably need to know numbers and stuff. And then if people are saying for the weekend, I think Lulu mentioned
I'm
it.
not clicking that link. I'm not clicking that link because Leah, you've said it, and we've just been on about sex toys. So
I think Lulu. I think it was Lulu that mentioned about potentially then on the Sunday popping up to go and see Bug Park.
Bug Park, yes.
Because that's only 45 minutes to an hour away.
I'm just need to decide what I'm going to do because, I mean, I'm not sure. See, for Scotland, I stayed 2 days, and I think I might do that here. Like come on the Friday, go home on the Sunday. I think that's most likely because I think you're about 2.5 hours away from me, and my little rule that I've made up in my head is if it's over 2 hours, just stay over. It's rubber duckies. I want them. I'm not clicking that link. No. I'll be honest. Like if Leah sent me a link half an hour ago, that'd have been fine. I've known Leah for about a year, and I didn't know this is Leah. I'd have happily clicked a link, but no, I'm not trusting you either now, Donna. You was just saying it's got suction cups to stick on in the shower. You took it to another level. No, you're probably both in cahoots. No. Just join my lives. I don't know.
Does lives on a Wednesday.
I don't know if I can. It's I'm well. You're well behaved, and I don't know now. If you asked me half an hour ago, I'd have loved to come on your live on Wednesday, but now I'm like, don't know. I think I'm too immature to join those lives. Always. Anyway, Phil, what time you got to be up in the morning?
Normally get up about 6 o'clock in the morning. Normally.
And what time do you start work?
8.
Oh,
half 8. Actually, no, 8. I don't start at 8. I normally go down about 8:30. But I get up and then it's still a case of like often do a few things and stuff.
I think Amy's calling you out there. See how bull that is. Is that about what time he gets up, Amy?
My first alarm goes off at 5:30 normally to start waking me up.
I like how you've stopped talking to see if Amy calls you out again now. My alarm is at 5:30. Wait for a comment. Donald, why are you still on the chat? Oh no, he sleeps within seconds.
I'm one of these that my head hits the pillow and I'm asleep often.
Poor Amy. I have to sleep with earplugs. Do you I used to snore a lot, and then I got diagnosed with sleep apnea. And now the CPAP's actually quieter than me snoring, which is great. Although I came up to the Scotland show very embarrassingly with my machine without the mask, so it didn't do really a lot of good at the Scotland show. I'm looking if I can get to sleep before 5 a.m. Wow. Donna, I meant not be in the chat because you got to be up at 3. You got to be up at 3 o'clock. So even if you go to sleep now, it's still 4 hours sleep. Wow. People in this chat do not need to sleep or not like to sleep. Either or. Pleb.
Even because of my ear, I had a nap before I even came on tonight. I was just feeling so hot and stuff. I think it was just because my ear did like after as I'm tweeting stuff, I was like, I remember someone's name was like, get some sleep, Phil. Have a nap before the stream.
So if you don't mind sharing before we go, what how did you manage to catch it on the door?
I don't know. I like because it's something that like literally wouldn't be able to do if you tried. And I don't recommend trying it. It was like,
so you probably couldn't reenact it if someone paid you, but
no. But I think I was literally testing out some of the parts sort of fairly close to me, so I was like squeezing in through my door to get in, and as I lowered myself down, I must have never done it before, but caught. Yeah, they even just went either side of the door without me realizing. And of course, I just sat down, and out it came. Sort of thing, and then like I'll go back out the car to find the earring. I was like, shit, that's pretty much straightened. Because it was a horseshoe and it's now pretty much an industrial bar.
I was going to say, it's not a small earring you had in, is
it? And stuff. Lucky enough, it just went through the hole and didn't actually tear my lobe in half or anything, but there was a decent amount of blood.
Are you going to be able to put it back in then? Or, well, you can't now.
No idea. No idea. I'm not going to try until it's at least hopefully partially. I'll probably need to get a new horseshoe anyway. if I'm able
Now
to.
now you get to go up a size. Way.
or it's like, oh, I didn't intend to stretch my ear, but now I have with a car door.
Extreme, mate. You're all in.
Like, no, it doesn't hurt now, but it certainly was a bit painful when it happened. But I think it was so quick that I didn't feel it at first.
Shock.
Yeah, and then I was like, crap, I need to get home. We'll get back here because I was in Tesco's car park. Got back in and was like, right, I'm going to work's first aid room.
Yeah, Stretch Man the safe way, and I'm the clumsy
one. But I mean, I'll show you because perhaps we'll end at 11, just over 10 minutes, or just under 10 minutes away. But so that's the earring that used to be a horseshoe.
Fucking hell,
which I basically straightened.
mate.
And I think there's a little bit of flesh on there as well, just for good measure. And then I got in the car and like I couldn't see me, so I took a photo of my ear just to see what it was like.
Oh, there is unbuy.com. Rubber ducky isopod slippers. Garden, but they say clogs, so that's the same as
the link that they're putting. They were rubber ducky Crocs.
Yeah, they are Crocs. I said they weren't Crocs. Clogs and Crocs are the same thing. That's a no from me. See, Donna's actually sent me a picture of her laptop. Oh no, of a desktop. Why Cresty on glass and not plants or hide?
That's what they do. They'll also poo on the glass as well, rather than like on the plants or anywhere that anything can get to it. Same with day geckos and stuff. They'll go anywhere that you need to clean it. Yeah, they do that. They do. But yeah, no, certainly something. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. Certainly freaked people, my work colleagues out. When I was like, oh yeah, I don't recommend doing this, and then like showing them my ear, and they're like, oh no, no.
That's no. The link, for all I know, Donna, might not have been safe. You might have sent me a picture of actual isopod clogs, and Leah's link might have taken me to some weird
bad dragon or something.
Yeah. Yeah. What does Leah? No, believe you. See, even Amy says she doesn't believe you. She doesn't believe you all both. That link has been terrible. It's been terrible. Amy hates you've just come back. Probably wouldn't read the chat. Yeah. For anyone that's just joined as well, don't read the chat. So you're the bad dragon, Phil. Is that
Yeah, Bad Dragon's not an innocent website.
Oh, that's a website.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're a company that do like the octopus things and stuff.
How do you know all this, Amy?
And worse.
Don't go there. How do you two know this web? So many questions. Oh, H knows the website.
Are you familiar with the band Gua?
No.
They done one based on their dead vocalist, who basically had what he called the cuttlefish as part of his costume, basically where it would be on the male anatomy.
Oh wow!
And they made one. They teamed up with Gua to make one in his honor. It's like that big. Fucking dude. They put a can of Coke next to it, kind of thing, and it's like, oh my god, and he's got a face on it and stuff. It's like, what the hell? It just looks freaky.
Amy H has just clarified. She's not bought anything from the website. She just looked at the website. Oh wow!
But you just don't go, what the hell?
No one's seen my messages.
Which one's there?
Where she was about enlighten her, I think. Leah, I don't believe you. I don't. Oh, Leah's saying she doesn't know the website, I think.
I mean, that would surprise me if she doesn't, but I can soon send Leah the website and she'll be like, oh my god.
Is why no respond? Who believes Leah done?
Right.
Do not send a link in this chat. Amy's kind of asking someone to do it. She's like, don't do it.
I'm going to send it in the chat.
I'm on Ann Summers. Is Leah more Bad Dragon or Ann Summers?
So Dave said it looks cool. I mean, let me see if I can find
it. Leah's definitely clicked it.
I think he's found it. Okay, don't need to send her the link.
Oh,
they've got plushies now. What the hell? Since when did they start doing plushies?
Plushies? Right, I'm gonna have to have a look now.
But they got plushies. It's like, seriously?
What? They've won awards.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that end of fact. Oh.
Apparently they do, Amy. Apparently they do plushies.
Just out of interest. Sorry, go on.
I mean, I'm sorry, but I mean, what are you meant to do with that? What?
Just purely for just making conversation. Is there a discount code that anyone's got that you shouldn't type in that may get you a discount on this site? Oh wow! Some of this stuff just yeah. I wonder what the most expensive thing is. Oh wow! There's so many options. There's so many options.
Oh yeah, and all of me just like, what?
Oh dear. I love how Leah just owns it. Leah's like,
we blame Leah for this one.
Wow.
Yeah, we definitely blame Leah for starting this one off. Yeah. So, yeah, they do plushies now.
Who's more
I think
innocent?
that surprises me the most that they're doing plush toys that actually look quite fairly innocent.
Amy or Leah? Who's the most innocent? Genuinely.
And even t-shirts.
Phil's not answering.
Well, who's the most innocent out of
Amy.
Amy and Leah?
Even Leah's like, yeah, it's Amy.
Amy's the most innocent out of those two.
I don't even want to look at that Donna. Like, I've seen some bits on that. I've closed it now. Ooh, Leah. Amy says she doesn't know, but not by much. Oh, this has been an interesting conversation.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I didn't kind of expect us to go down this route, but
Just this
Well, they even do hoodies now as well, and hats and backpacks.
is this your excuse for when you get a massive box delivered? And Amy's like, "What is all this stuff on Bad Drag?" You're like, just a few hoodies, t-shirts, plushies, all the normal stuff.
Yeah, not the stuff they're actually known for.
Yeah.
I just wanted this sticker. I wanted this plush.
I wanted to stick you on a plushie. They've sent me the wrong item. They sent me the T-Rex, but I'm not going to complain. I'm just going to. If you have a goddamn bot, I'm trying. No. Oh wow, Amy, I don't believe that. And now I'm worried. Amy,
Anyway,
just saying.
on that note, well, it's actually gone 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
We'll,
Wow. Time
yeah.
flies when you're looking at Bad Dragon.
Yeah. Yes.
They come with a.
Can you imagine just the box going around all over the place?
I'm
It'd
just
be
waiting.
like
Go on, sorry, mate.
back in the day where things when I first started doing YouTube. Who was it? They got sent a they ordered a mystery box from the spider shop, and then someone basically I think it was transferred down, infiltrated the boxes. They knew her anyway, and they sent her dildos in a mystery box. And then I scribbled on it like Tarantula Dan on it and stuff. Put it all in the tubs and everything, and then just put like there's like real mystery kind of thing. And she's just like, "What the hell is this?" What stuff? I just completely pranked her for doing that. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh wow, that is. I love that.
So Amy's now just asked, "Do you want a crystal peen for pod enclosure?"
I don't do pod enclosures, so that's an impossible trade, unfortunately.
No, I think to put in one of yours.
Sorry?
To put in one of your enclosures.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought she was swapping me.
No,
I was like, is this a trade? Yeah, it can be a great centerpiece. She wants 9-inch. There'd be no find the peen if it was 9-inch. Well,
I don't think she's talking about giving you a 9-inch one.
please don't.
It'd be like that sort of size or something in there. Mini ones, yeah, just mini ones.
When I see Leah or Amy at the show now, I'm just going to cower. I'm going to go into like the brace position. And like, just you know, I'm like an actual isopod. Just roll into a ball and just curl up until they go away and leave me alone now. But now, the first question I'm going to ask them both is, any purchases recently?
Well, before we go, I'm going to put... No, that's the wrong link.
Have you ordered just by accident? Is that what's happened? Oh,
no.
Gosh, I need to do that. No. Google Pay.
Trying to put your link in, your website link in the chat. Steve was doing it earlier. So people can go over and check your website out.
Oh, thank you very much.
So that should all be in the description as well as Facebook and Instagram and stuff. And yeah, so he said you're going to try and make commentary, but you might not be there. But if not, well, you're going to be trading at our show in Mildenhall.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it's going to be hopefully quite a nice selection of pods at our show, which would be really cool. And stuff. Goonies, you guys.
Chunk.
Yeah, use the code you guys. You get 15% off. There you go.
Donna is the newest partner. This stream's been a success for many reasons. One of those is Leah and Leah, Donna, and Amy have now got the scary trio now at the
Yep.
tables at the show soon. I said that when I first spoke to Danny. Oh my God.
No, you don't. You don't have a table at Coventry, do you?
No.
No.
Chances are, like I said, I won't be able. I'll let everyone know tomorrow, but it essentially depends how much the tickets are now to go to Berlin. We've got essentially there's an expo for like I work in recruitment, and there's a big tech expo in Berlin. And I was meant to book my flights a week or two ago, but as long as the tickets have not gone over probably like 150, 160, so I can get work to still pay for it, I'll go there. But if they have gone up, then I will come to Cov Show. But I'll check the tickets in the morning and let everyone know. But this has been a real eye opener. I've got to learn Phil better, which has been great. I've got to learn more about the girls in the chat. Not so great. I'm a bit worried now about people. But it's fine. Even Amy H knows about Bad Dragon, though. This is like everyone knows about it. It's gonna be the next discount code on Phil's website. Bad Dragon.
Sponsored by. So yeah, people go and check out the website if you can't make the normal show or anything. But and then other shows probably next year that you'll be at as well, hopefully.
Yes, sir.
So, but no, it's been great, and we'll have to have you on again at some point.
Yeah, definitely, buddy.
So, all right. Well, with that, we'll end soon. Right. Good night, everyone, and thanks for coming along.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.